Okay, I'm going to kick things off with this book called Paris Street Style, a coloring book by Zoe de las Casas. I don't know how to say that. And this was actually one of the first books I got when I started to adult color. I don't show it often because I really just goof around in this book like I always say, but these colorings are early on, and I really like this book though because it has a lot of flat lays of clothing and shoes and just cute little accessories you use to accessorize your outfit and make clothes. So this picture is the most recent in this book. It's the one that I did for the Magic Fly pencil review, and I really meant to come back and color the rest of these ladies, but I just never did it. So yeah, I do aim to color in this book because it is nice paper and I need to stop neglecting it. So like I said, all these are earlier. Like, this was one of the first pictures that I colored, y'all. Like, look at this, where I came from. I love to look back on my old pictures. So yeah, that's pretty much this book. It's not all that much to see in it, and we can move on to my next book that I have. Okay, so keeping with the fashion theme, I'll move on to The Look by Suwa. I love this book too. If you hear my dog walking around or whining, that's what's happening. So these are basically like my one-off books I have one of or that aren't a series and whatnot. So yeah, love this book, and I need to come back and color in this book more. I probably will say that with a lot of my books, but you know how it goes. The more books you get, it's just harder and harder to try to come back to older ones, because this was one of the first 10 books that I bought when I first started to color. And yes, I will be flipping through the book to find my pictures because I did not mark anything because I didn't have time for that, and I just didn't want to. So her skirt was done with washi tape, which I really like. I don't think I've done anything there. This was the first picture that I colored in this book, I think, and that used to be white because it was Posca, and it ate the pencil or marker or whatever I had put on top. This is one of my whips to finish this year. I started this so long ago, I don't even remember, and I need to come back and finish it up because it's not much to do, but I got to think about what to put in the background. So that's that one, and I did that with Black Widows. So this one I really love. Like, look how sparkly her shirt is. So sparkly, right? And the gold. So this was one of the most recent pictures that I've done in this book. I think that is the most recent picture that I've done in this book. And then in the front was my marker ran out, and I tried to base the skin back in the day, and it did not go well, as you can see. So I'm just making sure I didn't miss out on any pictures. I don't think I did because I've only colored a few, and I really need to get back to this book. So yeah, that's all in The Look. Next up, I have Mermaids in Paradise by Denise Klett. This is the only book I have by her because I don't like gnomes. And I think she has it's another one. I don't have that one, but yeah, here's this one. And these are earlier on in my coloring journey. This was a couple of years ago, actually, so that wasn't too far off when I finished this one. And this is an earlier one. Let's see what else we have. This one. I love her tail. I mean, this was like 5 years ago because my nephew was a baby, and the stickles is still super sparkly and the neon still pops. Love it. Love it. Moving on. Why do I have... Oh, I have a scratch paper because I keep meaning to come and color this picture. It's in my mind to color, and then I never come back and do it. So I have this one. She has some stickers on her too, because I mean, what's a mermaid without glitter? I don't know. Are you really a mermaid if you don't have glitter? A debatable question. Okay, so here's an earlier one I did too, and I used a similar skin color to what I saw coloring with Alina do one time, and then the colors for these leaves I also was inspired by her to do. And I think I have one more that's a failed whip that I tried to blend my acrylic paint, or I thought that I could blend my acrylic paint, and I lied to myself, and that's the outcome, and it did not come out any kind of way that I thought it was. And then I have my oh my gosh, I can't say walrus. What is wrong with me? Here is my walrus picture that I did back in the day, and I love how my walruses came out. I just wish I had the patience to have done all of my icebergs like this with pencil instead of getting lazy and just putting a paint coat on it, because these look so much better. But it's here, and I can look back and know what to do better, and just maybe hold off till the next day or when I felt like coming back to do them this way instead of rushing. But sometimes, you know, you just want a picture over, you know what I mean? See, this one is another one I want to come in color, but this is so tiny I can't even hardly see that. What in the world? And I don't do fine liners, so I will have to figure out something to do with that. But yeah, this is Mermaids in Paradise by Denise Clapp. In my collection, I also have the Splat, the Nickelodeon Coloring the 90s, because this was my childhood and I just had to get this book for nostalgia purposes. And I don't color in it because the paper is crap. It's really smooth, and this was a marker base, and I tried to go over on top with some Prismacolor, and Phil and Lil just look sunburnt. I do not like how they came out. It's just the paper is trash. I'm not a paper snob because I actually color on Amazon, CreateSpace, what we used to call it back in the day, type of paper. And that paper is really toothy, but really smooth paper like this. I'm not a marker colorist or like a straight colorist where I don't shade. So this book really, I don't know what to do because it's an odd shape and I'm not good at like resizing things to put it on different papers. So mostly this book is just for nostalgia, and I hope that I can find a medium that works in this book, because this was also marker. And then I went over the chair and like some of this with some polychromos, and it kind of did a little better than the Prismacolor, but still I don't know what to do. So yeah, this, I bent the spine really good because I wanted to color this for my birthday like 2 years ago, but I can't color straight. I don't know, I have to shade. So this was me testing like polys, Arteezas, Prismas. I'm going to figure out like what works best in this book one of these days. But yeah, I do like this book because, again, nostalgia, but I just have to show it because it's in my collection, so we can move on to the next book that I have. Here I have Cinnamon Bun Dreams. This book is by Squishable. It's actually various artists that work on this book, and I really like this book. Here are all the artists. I really like this book because it has cute food quotes on one side, and the images is just so cute. I don't color in it nearly enough, so here's one that I've done, and I think it's some glitter gel pen on here. I didn't put stickles. And this peppermint is so cute. It always reminds me of Rapunzel because his leaves are like hanging out of the tower like Rapunzel's hair. And I did a lot of this with ink tints too. So, and then I went with pencil over top. So this was really fun to do. And I think that's the only one I have in this book. It's so many that I want to color. And then in my mind, I've done them already. But in reality, that's not the case. So yeah, that is the only picture that I have in this book. Okay, since I'm showing my collection, I have Coloring Heaven World of Princesses Special, and I have not colored in this book yet. I was going to color this one day for Mermaid, but I didn't do it. But yeah, I haven't colored in this book yet, and this was so generously gifted to me for my birthday by Sammy, Coloring Chat with Sammy. I will be coloring in this book, and I saw on Instagram someone colored the cover, and it looks amazing, and I want to color the cover because it feels like it's good enough paper. But yeah, I'm showing my collection. So I will be showing some uncolored books. This is one of them. Oh, and the artist in this book for this issue is Fabiana Trere. I'm probably saying that wrong. Don't know. But yes, I need to come and color in this book. But I do own it. Next up, I have Galaxy Queen by Coco Wyo. And they are quickly becoming someone I really like to watch and see what kind of books they come out with. Because I have another book by them. But I bought this for my birthday this year. And you can see the date because they print the date. And yeah, I bought this for my birthday this year. I have not colored in it. I need to break it in. But the picture in my mind that I have to color, if I can find it really quick, one of the first ones that I would like to color, even though there are a couple. And I can't make up my mind. So this is one of the ones that I would really like to start soon. And it's one where she has the pinball machine. I love this. It's so busy, so I'm trying to figure out like what in the world to do. But I I bent my book. Ignore that. But yeah, I really like this one. So I'm torn which one to start, but those two are on my to-do list in my mind one of these days. So yeah, I have this book in my collection. This is my one and only book by Joseph Cadenbang, Wild Winter Mythographic, and I freaking love the images in this book. This was gifted to me by my bestie Francis for my birthday this year, and I have yet to color in it, but I just love most of the images. The ones with the bugs, I'm not a fan of. Like, this rabbit is so cute. The ones with the bugs, I'm not a fan of, but everything else I love. It's so adorable, and I really need to break this book in. So hopefully I will get one of these done soon on my to-do list. We shall see. So yeah, I have this book in my collection, and I actually want another one of his books. I forgot what it's called. And I do like the newest one, Magical Earth or something like that. I don't know. Just to look at his art, I'm happy. So if I don't even color it and I just have it to look in, that's totally fine with me. So we can move on to my next book. Next up, I have Silhouettes Magiques by Hachette Heroes, and I've colored 2 pictures in this book. So my Minnie Mouse page has fallen out. This was the first page that I did in this book, and you can see all the glitter gel pen that I put on here. I didn't put stickles for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, that was the first one that I did, and then my book actually separated from the spine, but my pages have not all detached, so that's good. Hopefully it stays that way. So the next one I have, I'm trying to carefully do this, is the Cruella one. This was the last one I did in this book, and hopefully you can see the metallic gel pen and the glitter gel pen that I put on here. And this one was a lot of fun to do. I did outline Cruella in stickles, and I drew the Dalmatian print in her silhouette because it just felt appropriate to do so. So yeah, that's this one that I've done. And oh my gosh, I'm shaking the tripod, so sorry. That's that one I've done in silhouettes. Okay, next up I have Disney Princess Fashionista coloring book, and I ordered this on Amazon for $8. Save your $8. Do not buy this book because it's horribly drawn. I thought everything was going to look so beautiful like it looks on the cover, and it does not. So yeah, and this is not endorsed by Disney in any type of way. I just think it's like independent artists or something that put this book together. Like, some of them are cute, but the proportions and how certain things are drawn, like look at her feet. And look at this. It just looks terrible. And then I don't like how busy and random the backgrounds are for some of this. It's like, I like the characters on this one, but all of that, ain't nobody got time for that. That's ugly. I don't know. But I bought it blind again because, like I said, I thought everything was going to look like it looked on the cover. So I'm going to have to figure out how to do something with that. Like, I don't even know who this character is, but like, it just looks terrible. Like, look at this leg. I could draw a better leg than that, and I don't even draw like that. But anyway, let's get to the picture that I've done, which is this one. I actually tagged it at the top. So it's the Pocahontas picture, and I painted the background now because it was ugly. And yeah, this one was actually fun to color. It's a simple image, and I really like how it came out. And I used I used Black Widows on her skin, Prismacolor. I used gouache for the background. So yeah, and then her backpack is glittery. So like how that one came out, but I'm going to have to figure out something to work around the ugly parts in this book. So we can move on to the next book. Okay, next I have Vintage Model Coloring Book. This book is by Creative Lounge, and it looks like it could be by Demita Victoria. It's not, but I think they're sister companies. I don't know, but I like this book. I've only colored one in here, which was this one, and I call her my Rockabilly Chick, and hopefully you can see the glitter and the gold pen and the gel pen that I put on here. But I don't know, what kind of throws me off about this book is some of the backgrounds I don't like. Like, that's too busy. I'm going to paint that out because, again, what do I always say? Ain't nobody got time for that. I want to color the main image, and that's it. This is kind of cute, but it's still too much. But, yeah, so that's pretty much what this book looks like. Quick flip. And you get double images in this, so you get 2 of each image. And that's this book. Here I have Fiercely Gorgeous. I think this, oh no, this is by Evelyn Liza. So, again, it looks like a Demita Victoria book. It's not. And you get copies of each image in this book as well. So this one I've done, and I love her glittery top. And this was for Instagram color green hair, green lipstick lady. I remember that. And then next, it is stuck together because I think it might be washi tape on here. Oh my gosh. I think so. Hold on. Let me see if I can get this off. Okay, in front of this one, I've done this one. And I did this for the 4th of July, 2021. So, this one has a lot of stickles and glitter, because I drew fireworks and gave her a flag earring and gave her a very patriotic shirt. But yeah, the washi tape kind of stuck to the page a little bit. And then the next one I have, this was the first one I actually did in this book, and the background is super glittery. Hopefully you can see the glitter gel pen. I'm filming this at like 5 something in the evening, and the sun has gone down. We're working with my daylight lamp. It's not casting things in the best light, but you know, hopefully y'all can get the gist of what I'm showing. And yeah, this is how this one came out, and I used gouache for her shirt, and this glitter has gotten everywhere. I love it. I'm not complaining, but yeah, I really love how this one came out, and that's all I've colored in this book. My only Creative Haven book is The Nutcracker Designs by Marty Noble, and I've done a few in here, and they were all buddy colors with coloring F, so I think this was the first one I've done in this book, because I got this book some years ago. And I've kind of fallen out of love with this book. This was the second one that I did in this book. Still like all the stickles on there. I have this one was the third one I did in this book. I don't know why it's in order, but it is kind of the way I'm showing you. But this has some glitter gel pen and some stickles on here as well. I really think this one's cute. And then most recently, I have done this for Christmas in July in 2022. I used Holbein's, and this was a buddy color with coloring F, and we colored this picture together. And I really like Frances's picture because she did kind of like a royal ballet, I think, color scheme for the Sugar Plum Fairy, and it's really pretty. And so this was how mine came out. Of course, I used purple and stickles and glitter gel pen in the background. And I think that's all, yep, from this book. Okay, here I have the classic coloring book, Creative Coloring for Grown-Ups. I don't know. This is by Michael Omar Books Limited. So you can see some of the samples of the actual covers, colored versions from the pictures that we get in this book. So my book kind of fell apart down here, unfortunately. But this one is one of my favorites that I've done in this book. I've only done 2. So it was this one. Oh my gosh. And this one right here. And I did this one for the 4th of July 2020. And I really like how I gave her a very patriotic bikini and bracelet. And I gave her little OG, like, back in the day wooden wedge shoes. And I marbled the deck because I was trying to do something fun. Did not work out. And paint fixes all, as I always say. So this is how this one came out. I think it may be some metallic gel pen or some glitter on there. I don't know. I'm standing up as I'm filming this and looking through the camera, so I don't have the best view. Hopefully you're seeing things the right way. But that's all I've done in the classic comic coloring book. Also in my collection, I have a Game of Thrones coloring book. George R.R. Martin is not the illustrator. Just has his name on there. So here are all the artists and each page that they've contributed to the book. This is not the book that looks like the actors, and people say that on their channels. It doesn't look like the actors. It's not supposed to. This is the book based on artist interpretation, and you can see all that information. But yeah, I've done this one. This is an older one. This one. And this one I forgot to add in my 10 whips to finish. I totally forgot when I made that video that I had this one. And I started this one night because I thought I wanted to color all these trees as relaxation. It was not relaxing. And I did like a fantasy sky. But I think when I come back, I'm going to paint this out because I don't like the direction that was going. But yeah, I do need to color that one. And then I think I have one more, or I might be lying. I do not have one more. I just have Loris marked because that's what I would like to color next. Yeah, I think those are the only ones in this book. I always think I've done more than what I did because in my head it's so many pages I want to color. Is anyone else like that, or is that just me? It might just be me, but we can move on to the next book. Okay, hopefully I'm zoomed out enough. So this is the HBO Game of Thrones coloring book. The ones that's based on the actors and the imagery from the show. And I only have Brienne done, which I did some years ago, and I actually looked this picture up on Google so that I could try to replicate it as close as possible at the skill level that I'm at. And I'm really proud of how it came out. And all that sparkly stuff is, well, it's not really sparkly, it's just shiny, is my Ganzai's Tambi Starry watercolor set, because I was too lazy to sit here and do all the intricacies of that frame. But I'm really proud of how Brienne came out, and I like how I did her armor. And yeah, I think I did her skin with polychromos. So that's how she came out. Everything else I think was done with Prismacolor, and the background was watercolor, and I didn't care about the background, and that's why it's not detailed. So that's the only thing that I have color in this book. Since I'm showing my collection, I have Helen Elliston's Colorist Special Effects Book 2, and it basically just shows you tips and tricks and how you can color things, and she gives you samples so that you can try how she's colored things yourself. And it has the color combinations. Everything's mostly Prismacolor, and it's a really cool book to have. I've not really done a lot of these, to be honest. I think I did like the fire and the grapes, because of course the food parts I would do. Oh, here's my fire. So I colored, wait, where is it? Oh, this was the one I did back in, oh my gosh, 2018. I got this book for Christmas 2018. So that was back when I got this book, when I did that. And I think I did the grapes in here too. I might be lying. Yeah, I think I'm lying. I did the grapes on the actual picture that I was coloring in the Jasmine Beckett Griffith book. Oh, I did the chocolate sauce. I don't know if you can see that. I can't really tell if I'm showing it right, because again, I'm standing up and I don't have the best view. But yeah, this book is good to have if you need starting points and whatnot, jumping off points to start in your coloring journey. I don't know. I have this book. I don't really use it because I don't know. I just have fun learning things by myself mostly. Oh, I did the candy as well. I wanted to show y'all. I did that one. And that was back in 2018, Christmas Eve, right? Because I was super pressed to get this book, and I asked my mom, can I have it on Christmas Eve to start trying things? And so yeah, that's how that came out. I really want to try the pumpkin. This looks really cool. But yeah, she has a bunch of these if you're interested, and I got mine on Amazon, obviously. And yeah, it's really helpful to help you learn how to color things and get tips and color. Why did I say color charts? Color combinations. Okay, let's move on to the next book. Okay, here I have my Lizzie Mary Cullen books. I have The Magical Journey, and this is one of my favorites. I really do like this book. I don't color in it nearly enough, but this was the first one that I did in this book, and hopefully you can see the stickles that I put on the Eiffel Tower and like the stars and whatnot on the page. And whoever started coloring in these books with Inktense, I just follow suit. I color in these books with Inktense, and I do go over things with Prismacolor if I feel like it, but for the most part I use Inktense, and I drew that on the shirt of the cowboy. Any hoozles, let's move on. And I think I have like one or two more in this book. So this is available as a tutorial on my channel. I colored the whole thing with you if you want to see that. I have playlist. If you go to playlist, you'll see this in the playlist and you can follow along. So I put stickles on it, and I really like my foxes because they remind me of my dog. And this one I actually finished, I want to say this year, because one night I felt like coloring, but I didn't want to color a lot. So I went ahead and did this ramen bowl, and I really like how it came out. And I have one more maybe, I know for sure, in the front, which is this one. And I actually looked up the Borough Market to get the color scheme, and it's pretty much this kind of green. Really like how this one turned out, and there's some stickles on here sparsely because I haven't colored on the back yet. But yeah, that's all I have in The Magical Journey. The Magical Christmas by Lizzie Mary Cullen. Love this book. It's one of my favorite Christmas books. And let's see what all I have. I think this is the most furthest back picture. So this double page spread, still love it. I did this some years ago. Have this one, which was a buddy color with coloring F. And that was a while back, like years back. This one was kind of recent. I think we did this either last year or year before last. I'm not entirely sure. But I love how this one turned out and how glittery and sparkly it is because I put stickles. And if you don't know what I mean by stickles, I mean this, which is, they call it a glitter glue. And oh my gosh, if it will focus, it doesn't want to focus. Great. So this is stickles and it's basically a liquid glitter and it has a texture, so you have to be careful if you're using it on double-sided things because, oh my gosh, it just fell. Because it will leave texture on the other side. So yeah, but just get you the diamond one or the crystal one to start off. Don't order them on Amazon because they're overpriced on there. And yeah, the diamond one is pretty much clear, so whatever you put it over, it'll show that color through. So it's a little better to start off with than the colored ones if you just want to start using glitter. So yeah, little info drop here. So this was another buddy color with coloring F, and we did this last year or year before last. I'm not entirely sure. This has a little bit of stickles on it as well. Oh, my double page spread where I started the building forever ago. I don't even know, like years and years ago. And then I had done the water in Inktense as well originally, but I didn't like how it turned out, so I went over the water with gouache, and I have yet to come back to this because honestly this one overwhelms me because I don't know what to do with this little fiddly bit here. Like, her pages are really busy, but once you get started it's not that bad. And I think I sound like a broken record at this point. People who watch my channel, I say that all the time, but it's true. I really want to do this one this year. And I ripped out a page because I had a buddy color with coloring F, but I was coloring in my lap and my book kept closing and paint got everywhere all on the page and just all over the place. So I had to rip that page out, unfortunately. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've done in the Magical Christmas. Okay, so I'll move on to Pop Manga, Mermaids, and Other Sea Creatures by Camilla Derrico. And I don't color in this book nearly enough either. I know I have the one on the last page back here that I did. And I did this skin in Black Widows, and it's available on my channel. Just the skin, if you want to see how I did that. So that one was really fun to do. I've done this one. And hopefully you can see the neon pen that I put all around the bubbles. And then the ducks have some glitter gel pen on them. Hopefully you're seeing that. I really need to come back and color in this book too. I'm going to sound like a broken record. Keep saying that, but it's true. This is a really early one that I did back in the day. What else do we have here? We have my octopus page, which is freaking adorable. I still love this page, and all of my bananas have glitter gel pen on them, if you can see that. And I splashed a lot of the black ink with my Posca. Some of it was already there though, I believe. And I did this picture, I think, entirely with Black Widows, if I remember correctly. And then I did chalk pastel in the background. This one I've done, which I call my Aquaman, and he has some glitter on him because he's secure in his masculinity and he wears glitter. And I think I colored this with polychromos for the most part. And then the background had like a pattern in it I didn't like, and then so I just painted it out and splattered some neon paint in the background. So that's that one. And I think coloring at V's did this one. She did one of these and I freaking love hers. She inspires me to want to color that page. And then this one was a buddy color with coloring F. And I don't know, do I have any glitter on it? Of course I do. Have some little bit of stickles, I think that is, yeah. And I did the background with Neo Color 2. I think I did this with polychromos as well. And hopefully you can see the glitter on her because I do have some purple glitter on there. But I love how this turned out. It just looks so fun. And all the creatures in this book remind me of Pokemon. All of her creatures remind me of some type of Pokemon. Like, wouldn't that be Dugong? Or what's the seal one that's not Dugong? I don't know. But they just all remind me, like, this could be, what's the seahorse? Not Kingdra. Horsey. I don't know. I know these are real because I've seen these in the aquarium before. But I don't know. They just remind me of Pokemon. I love this one. Just so many pages. But I'm just so lazy and lack motivation sometimes to start them. But yeah, this is all I've done in this book. Next up is Cute and Creepy by Camilla Derrico. I've only done like one or two in here. It might be one. I've done this one. And I talk about this page all the time. It's one of my all-time favorite pages I've ever done in life. Because I drew the Pokemon in. Ghastly and Haunter in the background. And then this one I've done is Beauty and the Beast. And hopefully you can see the gold paint in the background that I splattered. And it's so pretty. I think I used polychromos on this. I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember what I used on everything. Y'all know I got that CRS. And yeah, those are the only two that I've done in this book. Lastly, from Camilla Derico, I have Pop Manga, her first book. I need to fix my cover. And this was so generously gifted to me by a subscriber. Thank you tons. I need to come back and color in this some more. Oh, maybe I could do this cute little one in the back. Anyway, let's see what I've done in here. So I have this one, which I did like Iron Man from the comic book. His suit was the inspiration for this little robot guy. And I had a lot of fun doing this one. And there's some glitter gel pen. I think on like their gloves and tools and his feet. I don't know. I can't really see y'all. So hopefully you're seeing it. And what else do I have? I really do like this one. I need to come back and do that one. What else do I have? So this one I have done, and it has a little glitter on her, and I drew that sign up there because she's going to adopt all these monsters for a quarter. Y'all know I like to make up stories. Oh, I actually did this one this year. Or was it last year? I think it was this year. I don't know, but it's recent. This was the most recent picture that I've done in this book, and I really like my vintage colors. I used glitter gel pen for the polka dots in the background, and I do have a little bit of stickles here and there on the picture, and yeah, I really like how it came out. So that's that one. I will put my gross scratch paper back in there. Have scratch papers everywhere, and yeah, I think that's all I've done in this book. Here I have Sweets and Dishes by Eri Nishiwaki, and I had to zoom all the way in because, let me zoom out a little bit. This book is so tiny, very tiny, but I love it. It's so cute. So let me zoom you back in a little bit more, hopefully not making y'all sick, and we can get on to what I have done in this book. Not very many, and I actually know how to copy these and make them bigger. So this is a good one for Christmas. I have my little scratch paper in here. You can tell how the book is so tiny because I folded a regular piece of paper and it fits in there. And then I had this one to do for Halloween this year. I did not do it. So I've done this one, and I remember doing this picture right before season 8 of Game of Thrones premiere. I was rushing to finish it that night, and it had some metallic gel pen on this one. So that I remember. That's so funny how you can remember exactly what you were doing sometimes when you look back on, well, me, because I'm visual. Here I have my ramen page, and I did all this in Black Widows, and there is some glitter gel pen on there. Really love how this one came out. It's one of my favorite pictures. And I have this whip I'll never go back to because it just came out so ugly. And I had another whip to finish. I featured in my video that was from this book, but unfortunately, I had a mishap with it, and I had to tear it out of the book. But the book is still fine. But yeah, it was like the donut page, those of you who remember if you watched it. Oh wait, what is this in the front? Oh, that's that. Okay, yeah, so that's all I've done in this one. Okay, here I have this book by the artist Make Lemonade. I ordered this on Amazon Japan. I don't know how to read none of that. I don't know, y'all. It just has the Nutcracker, Sleeping Beauty, and oh my gosh, what is the other tale? The Nutcracker, Sleeping Beauty, and Swan Lake tales in it. And if you want the ISBN, there you go. And I've done, and it's very light, very light line work, which I like. I've only done one that I'm proud of in here, which was this one that I did a couple of Christmases ago. And I did this with my polychromos. Hopefully the glitter and the glossy accents are catching so that you can see that. And the background was done with chalk pastel. On the back side of this failure that I did. And yeah, I messed it up because I didn't like the gold I was trying to do. And then the cookies came out just trash. So that's why I just decided to color the picture on the opposite side. And then I have a whip. I actually have two whips in here. So this is on my whips to finish, which I'm going to paint this ribbon because I don't like it. It's ugly. I don't know what in the world color I was thinking of doing back when I did that years ago. And then I have this on my whips to finish because I don't want to color all those bats or this cat. I don't know how to move forward with this whip. And I could have done that this year for Halloween. It would have been so perfect, right? But that's not how the cookie crumbled for me. So we can move on to the next book. Okay, we're moving on to one of my favorite artists, who is Dada Mao. I think Dada Mao does these mini ones. And I got this from AliExpress. That's where I get all of my Japanese, Chinese books from. And I don't think this is the one I've not done anything in, I think. Or it could be. I don't know, y'all. This is why it's good to go through your collection and see what you've done, what you didn't do, yada yada. So this was a failure because, I don't know, my pencils just were not playing well with me that night when I was trying to color that picture. And then I think that might be all because I'm trying to figure out which pencils work best in this book. So if you have this book, what pencils do you use? So we can move on to the next one. The next one is the blue one. I named these by color, the red one, the blue one. I don't know, y'all, but this is the ISBN for this blue one. That's the ISBN for this red one. I don't know. It's just from AliExpress. So this one I've done. I have glitter on here. Really like this one. And I actually used Prismacolor on here with a marker base for some things. So maybe that's what I need to do in these books, because the paper just seems different from my other Japanese, Chinese coloring books. Paper's just weird here. So this one I've done, and I kind of did this during Valentine's Day. I don't know if it was this year or last year, but I distinctly remember it was in the month of February. Hence the pink and like the little romantic setting going on right here. And I've got glitter on here and metallic pen. Yeah, I think I used Prismas on here, so maybe I just need to figure that out. Oh, you get these really cool watercolor texture poster long board thing that you can fold out. You can see that. And both books have one. I'm folding this just so wrong. Yeah, both of these books have that. They came with it. I've been talking for over a half hour. I'm getting tongue-tied. Let's move on to my next set of books. Okay, so here I have this one. I don't know what this one is called, y'all. Again, it's from AliExpress. I've heard this be called A Dream in Red Mansions. I've heard it be called something else. Just don't know. Here is the ISBN if you want to pause that and get that information. This used to be white. It is now yellow. I don't know. Oh, why do I have this back here? Oh my goodness. This all must be scratch paper. I'm going to assume, oh, it is scratch paper because I did, what? I should take this out. Hold on 1 second. I'm like, what? I have stuff all over the place. Okay, so this one, and I have like a carpet string from somewhere. Anyway, oh my gosh. Focus. So, this one I recently did. I actually did this month. Couple of days ago or like last week, and this was on my top 10 whips to finish. Don't worry, y'all, I'll be making a video when I finish, or at least in the end of December, if I finish all the whips that I had. I'll be showing the before and after. So this was one of the ones where I just had the skin done, and I demonstrated how I use washi tape in my coloring books. And if you want to see that video about the washi tape, you can slide your finger over if you're on your phone and go to playlist, and I have how I do things videos organized for you, and you can see how I did that. But this one I'm so proud to have done because it's sat for years, and I have some glitter on here, obviously, because it's the last page in the book. I could put stickles, and I used my Caran d'Ache super color watercolor pencils for the background to do the bushes and make this texture. And then I used my Black Widows. Yeah, I think I used, Black Widows, and I finished this November 4th. I could have just looked on the back. I wrote it down for once. Yeah, I used my Black Widows because I remember I started her skin with Black Widows, and I just wanted to continue the picture with Black Widows. But other than Black Widows and my Super Colors by Caran d'Ache, I used super tip markers, Crayola super tip markers to base the leaves and the flowers. I drew this wood grain in, and then I went over the super tips with pencil. And that's how this ended up. And this is inspired because I watched the anime Kimetsu no Yaiba, which is Demon Slayer in English. And I was so like, y'all, that anime is the bomb, and I cannot wait for the next season. Yeah, I've been on my anime kick lately, watching anime. So I was inspired by that anime to make a blue spider lily because the villain in that anime is after the blue spider lily so he can live forever and be immortal or some stuff like that. So I made these red and that one blue. I just talked a hole in your head for no reason. But that's how this one came out. And I love her little green nail polish. I just love the vibe of this picture. I think it came out so great, and I'm so happy that I came back to finish this after however many years that has sat. This is an old one that I started way back when. Won't ever finish that because the paint did not play nice for me. This was, I think, one of the first ones I did in this book way back when I got it. And yeah, you can see the glitter and whatnot. What I should start doing is writing the year on like the cover or something I got this book, because I really think it was 2018 or 2019. Because I started coloring in 2017. So I think that's when I got this book. I'm not entirely sure. This one has so many winter pictures. Like, look at this one and look at this one. This would be so nice to color for the winter time. It has snow. I think Coloring at V's did this one. I'm not sure, but I think she did, and I liked her version. So this is another one that I did, and I'm so glad I don't do the hair anymore like this. I was kind of trying to do like the anime hair, I think. But yeah, I did a lot of this with Neocolor 2 basing, and then I went over with pencil. The background I did not care about, obviously, because it looks crappy. I was more so focusing on them, and I really like how shiny and like, I don't know, silky, I guess would be the adjective. Their clothes came out, and there is glitter on there, obviously, because I just like to put glitter on stuff. Here's another one I did, and I did her skin in polychromos. I think I used Neocolor 2. No, I use ink tints on her clothes and in the background. And I like to use ink tints on clothes sometimes because it gives it a texture. And hopefully you can see the glitter on there. And then, of course, that's washi tape for the sleeves of her kimono. And you get a poster, and they have them, all the illustrations already colored. And then you can see, like, look how beautiful that is. That is gorgeous in watercolor. And you can see that if you want to emulate the colors that they used. And then here's this one, and you can see the glitter on there. And I used washi tape for her sleeves and her. It's just so fun to match the colors of my washi tape and then look and see what supplies I have where I can match the color, because this is actually super tip marker base, and then I went over with pencil. I can totally tell that that's what happened there. This background is so ugly. I don't know what in the world I was thinking about when I did that, but it's there. Okay, so I think that's all I have. Yeah, I think that's all I have in this one. So we can move on to the next one. My page fell out. So it's kind of like a double because it's in the front. Oh, and I practiced skin tones on here. And I showed y'all how to do white hair. This was back in the day. This was a couple of years ago. And the videos are on my channel if you want to see that. And how I colored playlist. I think the zombie skin I called this one. I think I colored this one on my channel as well. I don't know. So if you want to check that out, it's in the playlist available for you. And we can move on to the next book. Next, I have this one. No idea what it's called as well. Here is the ISBN information. And, ooh, it's a man on the back, y'all. I should color him. It's more men in this one, like that's a man. We need more men in books, right? We don't get them enough. What's going on with that? So anyway, this was one of the first, this is the first picture that I colored in this book. And then I have another poster. Making sure my pages have yellowed, if you can see that. They used to be white, which is fine with me, you know, but I'm just saying. So this was a buddy color with Coloring F, and I really like how I did her kimono because I used gouache to do all that. 10/29/20 was when I did this one. Wow, that was back in 2020. Shut the front door. That seems like I did this like last year. But anywhoozles, here we have this one. And I really like my background, how that came out with the colors of the trees and whatnot. And then I did her kimono in gouache and washi tape. And hopefully you can see the glitter on there. And I have this one that I did. So mad that when I tried to do the wispy, foggy cloud situation with acrylic paint, it reactivated the Neocolor 2 in the background that I had done, and it just smeared everything. So don't do that. Don't be like me. Learn from my mistakes. But overall, I do still like the picture and the way it turned out. And there's glitter on there. And I think I have one more in the front, which is the red-haired lady, which is this one. And there's glitter on there as well. And then that's it. I think yeah, for sure, that's everything. Say next picture. I meant to say next book. Anyway, so I have this one, and I think this one is called Rotug Ladies or Portuguese Ladies or something like that when I saw it on AliExpress, but I'm not sure that's the proper name. Here is the ISBN if you want that information. You can pause it. And so this one I don't have many colored in as well. This is an old whip, which I probably will not come back to because I don't like how her dress came out. Oh yeah, this is the book that has the fail whips, which is sad because I love these pictures. I think it's from like the 20s or 30s or something, the way that they're dressed. I don't know. That's the vibe that I get. Or some of them like maybe the early 1900s. I don't know. It's just really pretty. So this one was me demonstrating how to do washi tape. Or that's the first attempt I ever did before I decided to demonstrate for y'all how to do it. Something like that. But I'll never do that whip. I'll never come back to that either. This one, I really like how it came out. I love the purple. I love the glitter and the washi tape that I chose to use. I love her little semi-sheer wrap that I did. Her hair could be better. And I was so proud of the hair at the time that I did it. That's what's so funny. What else do I have? This one. And I did her clothing and her hat mostly in ink tints. A lot of this was done in ink tints. Maybe the background too. And hopefully you can see the gold paint on there. And I think that's all I have in this book. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. We can move on to the next one. Here I have Coloring Book of the Gorgeous Wedding Dress. And I believe this is by Dada Mal. I believe all of my books are by artist Dada Mal. Not entirely sure though, but I believe that's the case. So in this book, oh, and here's the ISBN. I love this book. It's one of my favorites, and Dada Mal is one of my favorite artists. This I actually have colored, but I had copied it onto different paper. So here's my Tinkerbell that I've done because that's what I had in mind when I colored this picture. I don't know why. That's pretty much why I did like the glass castle and made her green. But I love this book. I want to color every page. So this one, I think I did this one with Artezas because that's when I had just got them. I'm not entirely sure though. Is there glitter on here? Of course. And some metallic pins somewhere if you can see that. Love her dress. So pretty. And her hair. Really like how that turned out on that page. What else do I have? More scratch paper because I have. Oh, this one's really pretty. Maybe that's why the scratch paper's behind it. Because I will put scratch paper behind the pages that I want to come back to. I think that's probably why that one's there. And then this one would have been great for Halloween because it has the skulls. I don't know if you can see that. Like on her dress. I think this would be so good for Halloween or like Dia de los Muertos. Muertos? I might be saying that wrong. Anyway. So I've done this one. And hopefully you can see the glass roses that I did. And the metallic paint. My Spanish teacher would be appalled that I'm pronouncing that wrong. Because I actually took advanced Spanish. I took Spanish for years. And it just left me because I don't use it that much. But here is this picture. I really want to color. And I always think about it. And it would be good for like Valentine's Day or Mother's Day or something, I think. But I don't want to color all these hydrangeas. Y'all know how I feel about me and flowers. We don't have a great relationship. You know? Okay, so, oh, that's this page. And you get the pretty poster board. I would love to color mine like that. And what else do I have in this book? I think that's everything. Oh, and I did like a sample of something in the front. Oh, that little bit. That's nothing. Okay, so yeah. That's all I have in this book. This one I have had for years as well, and I've still not colored in it. My book has yellowed so much. How? And it's just been on the bookshelf. I don't know. But you get some watercolor images of what's in the book already done if you want to use those colors. And I've not colored in it. And I've had it for forever. Don't ask me why. I don't know. And this is the ISBN for this one if you would like to know. And again, like I said, AliExpress is where I get all of these books from. Next, I have this one. I think this one is called In Love with... I don't know. I think I had saw it was like In Love with Beautiful Flowers or something. But I don't think that's the title. Here is the ISBN. And this is one of my favorites because it just has the most beautiful double page spreads that I want to do. So I've done this one, and hopefully you can see the pearlescent on the blue hand, the pearlescent paint I put over it, and then the gold Gansai Tambi Star watercolor that I did. This double page spread, I think I've done mostly a lot of the double page spreads, because like I said, they have some of the most beautiful ones in this book. So I have this one, and there's some glitter on him, because like I said, I put glitter on my men because they're secure in their masculinity. They don't care. And I put some washi tape on the collar of his, I don't know what this is, but that thing. And then I gave him scars because originally I had done his skin years ago, and I came back to fix it because I started to shade my skin and whatnot better, and I just wanted to come back and not abandon this page. So I gave him scars because he's a battle-hardened warrior, and because, you know, my pencils didn't want to keep layering, and it's messed up the paper, so I just made lemonade out of a lemon, you know. So this page is one of my favorite ones too, because I love how it just looks so touching and sweet. And there is some metallic pen on here and some glitter gel pen in places as well. Next, I have this double page spread. This is one of my favorites too, because I had done their skin years ago as well, and I came back to finish it because I didn't want to leave it, and I just started to shade my skin and use darker colors, and I couldn't leave it how I first had it when I first started it, and I was able to recover it. So this one has some glitter on it as well. And the story that I made up for this one was that she tied her hair ribbon on the tree, so when they next meet, it'll be like a place of remembrance or something like that. I don't know why I make up stories, y'all. I just do. And yeah, I just think this picture is so sweet. I love it. And I think that's the only one that I've done in this book. The last one, I mean. Yeah, I think that's the last one I've done in this book. I really need to put this in my coloring cart because I need to always have it, because I need to do way more. And I just realized that this picture is the cover. Oh my gosh. Anyway, let's move on to my next set of books. Here I have my poor neglected book, The Time Chamber by Daria Song, and I feel so bad that I do not color in this book enough. But I've seen so many just breathtaking pictures colored by people from this book. It makes me not even want to color in it, which is sad. And I really like the cover. It's super metallic. But wow, my cover is super dirty. But, you know, one day, hopefully, I will come back and start coloring in this book because it's so nice. And it's so funny. This was one of the first 10 books that I got. And I did not care back then. I was just coloring in it. I was not intimidated. But this one I've done, and hopefully you can see the gold metallic paint on there. I've done this one, which I was inspired by Shirley XLY. I think that's her channel name, to color this croissant and to make my ribbon plaid like hers. But yeah, I have some glitter on there as well. And I left the background blank because I didn't know what to do with it, and I still don't. And I don't want to mess it up because I like it how it is. And this was years ago, y'all, when I first started coloring. See, like this one, I was going to come and color one night. Because it's simple, it's just keys, and I could work on my gold. I really like this double page spread with the charms or whatever this is. I don't even know. So I think I need to start off with something more simple when I come back to this book. So this one I did way back when, and I used Julie's passion for coloring. I think I used her tutorial of how to do the basket because I really liked hers. And there's some glitter gel pen on there. What else have I done? I think I've done one more, but I could be wrong. Yep, I'm wrong. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Next, I have The Night Voyage by Daria Song. And okay, I thought something fell out. Okay, so here I have this one. And I really like how this came out because I love my chair. And I really like how I drew the wood grain on the desk. And there is some metallic pen on there if you can catch it. Okay, I have to be careful because my page fell out back here, which is this one. You can see that. In all its sparkly glory. And all this was that useless metallic gold Prismacolor that we get. I colored it for the background, colored in the wallpaper, and then I used just my stickles to go on top. and it just gave it that effect, and I really like it. And that was years and years and years ago, y'all, when I did that. And I think that's it. What I want to do is tackle this double page spread one day, and then I will be truly happy that I got a lot done in this book, because that is a doozy. So that's all I have in The Night Voyage. Okay, next up, I think I'll do all of my Misfits. And these are Misfits. This is by artist White Stag. And I don't come to my Misfits very often anymore. I don't know why. But I've done this one. I don't know why. Like I said, because they're relatively not that detailed, and I could get them done quickly. I love this one. I don't know why it reminds me of Pirates of the Caribbean, but it does, before Jack gets eaten by the Kraken. But like the girl version. I should do this one. I need to remember that. Anyway, I've done this one. And these are way back in the day too. I have 12 next, which is the Halloween one. This was a nautical one, by the way. They have themes. So this one I started back in June 2019, and I finished this October 3rd, 2020, which is Mean Girls Day. If you did not know, October 3rd is Mean Girls Day. And I color her like Regina George from the movie. What else? Oh yeah, I have this one. This one. And this one was October 2020 as well, where I made her like Sally and Jack and Zero from The Nightmare Before Christmas. This one was really fun to do, because I drew that in. That wasn't there. And I think that's everything I have in that one. Okay, so number 3 is... Number 3. It does not have a theme. Okay, so let's see what I have in here. I was going to color this one for my birthday like this year, and then I didn't do it. I don't know. I have a lot of things in my mind to color, and then sometimes when it comes down to it, I don't do it. I have this one. Do I have a date on this one? No, I thought I wrote the date, but I kind of recently did this. I think this was like last year or year before last, if I'm not mistaken. I love this one. I want to come back and color this one. I have this one, which is so old. This was when my nephew was 1. He's 6 now. So that's when I did this one. Like 5 years ago. I have Misfits number 1. This is the first book. And I have done this one way back in the day. I've done this one. Surprisingly, y'all, it's no glitter on this one. I put glitter on the bombs on this page, but did not put glitter on like snowflakes and stuff here. I don't know what I was smoking. But anyway, yeah. And so I made him kind of have a camouflage pattern. I drew that in. This one, which is one of my favorite ones, is the Princess Train. There's glitter a little bit on there and stickles. I think that's the only one. I mean, the last one in there. So in 13, which is a fairy coloring book, I have done this one. And her dress is washi tape. I have done one more in here. This one I totally missed out when I colored. No, let's backtrack. When I recorded my video for my fall pictures, fall inspiration, this one was supposed to be included in there, and because I don't mark things, I totally forgot about it. And this should have been in there, but because our sunflowers fall, or am I making that up? I don't know. When I think of sunflowers, I think of summer or I think of fall. I could be wrong. I don't know when they grow. But anyway, I'm rambling. Here is one of my favorite ones that I've done. Even though these are Black Eyed Susans, these are not even sunflowers. Look at me thinking I'm knowing something, and I'm wrong. But anyway, yeah, there's some stickles on her wings, and I like to draw the little fairy dust coming off her. And I like how I did the background. I did it with chalk pastel, and I used my circle stencil. And yeah, it just came out so nice. And that's the only one in that one. Number 8 is an alien coloring book, which I need to color more. I don't know why I neglect my Misfits. I need to have an answer for myself, because I don't have one. This one I colored like Britney Spears Hit Me Baby. No, not that one. Oops, I Did It Again video where she had the red jumpsuit on. And I don't know why. That was just all I saw when I wanted to color this picture. And her boots are super sparkly with stickles. And I drew this little fried egg. The circle was there, but I drew all the fried part because It's called The Cosmic Egg, and she had already drawn the eggs in this little spaceship, and my imagination just went with it, and that's the outcome. And in the background are some Stickles gel. Kind of looks sad now, but that's what that is. And here I have this one. This was the first one I did in this book. I did this back in like 2018, 2017, I remember. And then that's all I have in this book, sadly. So number 10, which is the Christmas one, a winter fantasy. And this should be out because, you know, 'tis the season for this one. But we'll see if I manage to color anything new in it. So that's that one. This is done back in the day. Like, when did I get this book? It doesn't have the date. I thought it would have the date. It doesn't. Okay, but this was when my nephew was a baby. So I know this was like way back in the day. This one's an older one. This was the first one I did in this book, and I really liked drawing the chocolate bar right here. And I really like the stickles that are on her boots. It's still super sparkly. And I love how I did her hair. Kind of like she has locks. And I think that's everything that I've done in this book. And then lastly for Misfits, I have Misfits number 5. Which is another nautical themed one. See, this one has May 2018. That's when they started putting the date. Okay. So I was like, I know I'm not crazy. I know it's a date usually in the back. But anyway, not on those other ones. This was the first one I did in this book. This is a whip that I don't know if I included it in my whips to finish, but I need to finish it. But I just lost my everything for this picture. I just don't feel for it anymore. I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever finish that one. I did this one. And I think that's everything. I want to color this one. I think about this page all the time. But anyway, that hopefully is all my Misfits if I grabbed it off of my shelf correctly. So now we can move on to the next set of books that I have. Y'all, this next section is going to be my Fabiana Attanasio books. Sorry, I'm pulling up my sleeves. And this is Cinderella. This is the Italian version because I could not get the English version, but I don't really care. Here was a buddy color with Coloring F. I forgot when we did this. This was a while back. And I have some gold metallic paint on here. Her dress was a base of super tip marker, and then I was able to get this cool like taffeta texture with my pencils on top. And the floor always reminds me of a composition notebook from the 90s. Don't know why. It just looks like that. And yeah, this was the end result of this picture. I really like how I did my marble, but the sky is so backwards because I made sure the bushes were shaded like nighttime. And then I did a bright sky. Like, what was I smoking? I don't know. I should have done it darker, but I was like, the fireworks are what's making the sky bright. In my mind, that's what I said to myself to make me feel better about it. And I love this one. I really want to color this one. And I have a thing where I want to do double page spreads in Fabiana's books. Like, I love this one. These are all in my head to do one day. I just love her double page spreads. Oh, did I skip this one? This was the first picture I colored on my channel ever. Back before I deleted my older videos. My first coloring chat. Let's see what else I've done in here. I really want to color the fairy godmother too. That's always in my mind when I'm in the mood for Fabiana. This is one from back in the day. It's really glittery. That's the only thing I like about it. Other than that, no. Because I don't know what, like, look how her skin is, y'all, and look how I color skin now. Growth. I love it. Okay, so I really want to do this one too. Let's see what else I've done. I've done this one. I think I am missing one. Oh, no, here it is. This double page spread right here. And I think it's one in the front. Oh, no, it's two. Oh, my gosh. I had this folded. So this one was a whip. Was this on my whips to finish? I think it was. And I actually finished it this year. And I'm super proud of myself that I came back and finished it, y'all, because if you recall, I said I was turned off from this picture because my mom said their faces look like aliens, and it made me not want to color it. But one night, I just was in the mood and I wanted to finish my whips because I don't want to have millions of whips, even though if I did, it wouldn't bother me. But I'm trying. I have a goal, y'all. I'm working toward a goal. So I came back and finished it, and I love how it came out, and I'm happy with the end result, and I'm just thrilled that I came back to finish it. This one was a buddy color with Coloring Chat with Sammy and Coloring F back in the day when we colored this one. I think I have another one. Cinderella. Yep, in the front. This was a buddy color with Coloring F as well. And I really like the glitter. This is in the book again with a black background. English. Black background. And then this was the one where it was just white that we did. Oh, I did the pumpkins with gouache, by the way. And the background with gouache as well. I don't know what I did this with. It looks like Inktense or nail color too, but I'm not sure what I did this background with. Her hair could be better, for sure. So I can look at it now and just tell like what I would do differently, but I can do it on there. But yeah, that's Cinderella. Here I have Peter Pan. This was the second Fabiano Attanasio book I ever got. So this was when I first got the Arteses and I wanted to test them out, and that's this picture. This was a buddy color with Coloring F that we did. Hopefully you can see all the nice glitter gel pen that's on there. I love the mom's dress. I love how I did the dog and the dad's beard and hair. And this background is Inktense, and I just wanted it to look quilted like a frame. So that's what I did for the background. I really like this page. I need to color that. It'll look nice side by side. So this one was a buddy color with Coloring Chat with Sammy and Coloring F. I really think this might have been the very first buddy color that I did with Sammy, because she messaged me and asked me, did I want to do this? And that's how we started our friendship. So I remember this page for that reason. So yeah. And this has a lot of glitter gel pen on it. And I don't know if it's showing up. It's really not, but it's old. So it might have sunk into the paper at this point. So here's this one that I did back in the day. It's going to look so odd, y'all, when I color this one and whatever skill level I'm at the time when I color this one compared to that one. But it's going to be such a good thing to look at and gauge, like, my growth. This is an older one. And I was keeping these guys the same kind of colors. He was green with the curly hair, purple, and then he had like this. This is poppy red, and the Prismas I distinctly know. And I was kind of keeping their colors the same when I first started to color in this book, because on the other page I did their colors the same. So this picture I actually finished this year, and this was a buddy color with Coloring F, and I love how this came out. Like, this might be one of my favorite Fabianas that I've ever done. And I really love the wood grain that I drew and the little moss. I used chalk pastel in the background. It took me forever to start this because I didn't want to do a million colors. Purple is my favorite color. Hello, obviously. And when I do purple, I just do purple. I do a lot of it. And I really love how this came out. So, super proud of this. And I love her wings. This was the last vestiges, what is it when it's like this is the last vestige? I don't know, I'm saying that wrong. Anyway, that was the last of my Wink of Stella pen. I keep trying to get some out of here, and that's what I put on her wings. This was a really old one. This is how I used to color in my childhood, where I would outline it and then color it lighter. So this is so old, and I just like to look at it just to see my growth. We all start somewhere, so don't be ashamed. And then this is an earlier one. And that's when I started giving my Peter Pan tights. Because I like to give him tights for some reason. I really want to color this pirate one. I've seen some amazing versions of that one. And this, oh my gosh. I would definitely break out paint or gouache or something to do. Because y'all know me and flowers. Me and flowers and grass and stuff. We don't have the best relationship. So here's this one. So early in my coloring journey. This one as well. So here's, you can see I did the green with the guy with the curly hair, him purple, his poppy red. So I was trying to keep them the same colors. And this was heavily inspired by a picture I saw on Pinterest at the time back in the day. And I don't know who the colorist was, because I would totally give them credit, but I totally took, I think, their color scheme for like all of this. But yeah, that's that one. This one, hopefully you can see the glitter on there. And again, they have the same color scheme for clothes. I don't know if I'm going to continue to do that because that was back in the day. This one, everyone has done this one, and I've seen amazing versions of it, and I hope when I get to mine it turns out the way I want it to. This one, and I drew the little kid fishing like when DreamWorks movies plays. That's the little intro image that they have. I thought that was fun. And I think, oh no, I have another one in the front. Oh yeah, this was a buddy color with color F2 when we did this one. Is there glitter on there? A little bit here and there. You can catch it. I love this one. It's so cute. And oh, I have another one. This one. I really want to color this one too. So random. It's just her sleeping in a blanket. But I think about this one. I want to come back and color that one. And I think that's everything. I might have done one of these things in the front. Nope. I'm thinking of something else. Yeah. Okay, so that's everything in Peter Pan. My Alice books. Y'all know the story about this. Those who do not. Alice in Wonderland by Fabiana Attanasio was the first coloring book I bought when I wanted to start adult coloring. This is the first one, and then I bought another copy, obviously. But my first one I've done quite a lot in. So we have this food page, double page spread. Am I zoomed out enough? Hopefully I am, and it's all fitting in the screen. So I have my Mad Hatter. And this was when I first like started blending or trying to blend my Prismacolors. Because some of this book was colored with Crayola colored pencils because that's, I don't know why, because that's not what I started with. But for some reason I used them. I don't know. Have this one. Her bow has glitter gel pen, black glitter gel pen on there. So this will be fun to do these ones over that I don't like. Like this one. Here's a double page spread. I love Fabiana's double page spreads. I don't know, I gravitate toward them and I do a lot of them. I would do a double page spread before I do a single page, I'm noticing, in her books. So this is so vibrant, and I've done this years ago, y'all, and the glitter is still there. And I drew that in her dress, that little pattern. Whoopsies. This was a buddy color with coloring F. And I've probably said that a bunch, but we love our buddy colors. And there's glitter on there. One of my favorite Fabianas I've done because I did her makeup. Like I left her face white like Elizabethan makeup. So cool. And the background was chalk pastel. So when I color it again, I'm going to have to top this. Or I could try to recreate it. I don't know. Which one would be more fun when I get in the mood to color that again in my other book. I have this double page spread that I did. This one was the one done with mostly Crayola color pencils. And then the leaves I distinctly remember doing with Prismacolor because I was trying to learn how to blend. But a lot of this all down here was done with Crayola. And what else I have? This one where I forgot to color this baby's hand. I laugh at that every time. I didn't even bother shading the plates. I just left it. I don't know. And then I was really proud of this blend that I did back in the day when I was learning to use my Prismacolors. This double page spread, I still really like this one. I love how I did her dress. And there's some glitter gel pen like on this mushroom over here. And my caterpillar, this thing took so long to do. Oh my gosh, I remember. I think I based a lot of this, well, not a lot of it, but I think I based some of this with watered down super tip marker, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm thinking that that's what I did. I probably did not even do that. This double page spread from back in the day. And there's some glitter on the curtain. I don't know what I was smoking when I did these eyelashes. But that's this page. I actually have torn out a page in this book because I spilled paint on a page. And I don't have that page anymore. I have this one. I can't wait to do this one over because I have an idea to make this vintage. So like in browns and tans and stuff. I have this double page spread. This is with Crayola pencils as well. When I colored this one for the most part. Like, look at the skin. It's just, blue has gotten on her face, but I mean, like, look how I outlined it. Like, what was I doing? I don't know, but I learned so much, and I just love to see my growth. And then I did this key in the front, and then that's it. And so for my second copy, I have only one page done in my second copy, which is this double page spread. And originally I had colored the frog, some of the cards, and I never liked how I did that. And then I came back and finished this whip, I think this year. So that's pretty much how this one turned out. And there's so much stickles on the cards and glitter. And I did the animals in gouache, sans the frog. The frog was done in pencil. And yeah, that's the only thing I've done in my new Alice. Okay, moving on to the Wizard of Oz, which was so generously gifted to me by a subscriber. Thank you so much. And I've done a few in here. I was like, why is that sticky? I don't know. It's stuck together. We have this one. And this page is actually available as a color along on my channel. And I even have a separate video showing how you can do the no signal on the TVs. His skin by itself is a video in polychromos if you want to see that. So yeah, this was really fun to do. And there's some glitter and glossy accents on this one. And then this was all gouache for the curtain that I did, because it was a pattern, and I hate that Fabiana does those ugly ass patterns. So I put gouache all over my curtain and made it kind of cosmic and space like, and I think that it fits with the situation. And then I drew this because this was the magic escaping out of the room. That's what that is, because he's embarrassed because he got caught. So that's that one. Oh, I think I drew like the ermine fur on his collar too, and gave him a W on his pocket square. And just had fun with his clothing. His clothing is super tip marker base, and then I went over it with pencil because it adds like a cool texture that you can get. Really proud of that one. Really like that one. I have this one with some glitter gel pen on here, and I make Dorothy's shoes silver because in the original novel her shoes are silver, not red. So I just like to make them silver. And I really like my witch. She has warts. I gave her some warts. And there's glossy accents on that water too, if you can catch that. And I drew this pattern in her dress. I just saw, and I don't know who the artist is, an amazing version of this picture, and they did it all in pink. I don't even like this picture. This picture is so ugly because those things are so ugly. But the way that they colored it, amazing. And I wish I knew who it was so I could put the picture in so you could see it or link it, but I don't, unfortunately. So I've done this one. I think this was the first one I did in this book, actually. And her dress has washi tape on it, and again her shoes are silver. And I like my little plants that I made weird colors. I don't know. I think all of this was done with Black Widows as well, if I remember correctly. And I think that's all I have done in this book. But it's so funny because I used to not want this book when it came out. And then I had regret of not getting it. And a subscriber gifted it to me. And it's one of my favorites. I love the images in here. And there's so many that I want to color. So we can move on to the next one. Next I have Snow White. And what have I done in here? I love this one. I keep looking at it. And I want to color it. But I don't want to color these flowers. Y'all know how I am. Y'all know the deal. So this is an old one way back when. Don't know if I'm going to come back and finish this ever, because I just don't even like that picture. This one I love. I want to color this one too. I think about it all the time. So I have this double page spread. Again, I told y'all I do a lot of double page spreads in Fabiana's books. I don't know why. But there's some metallic paint on here, if you can catch that. And I have this one done. This is an old one. This is back in the day when I was demonstrating how to color pie crust, and I will color it so different now. I may come back to this one and finish this whip, but I'm not sure, because I can erase this out, I'm pretty sure. And I can erase these strawberries. This part isn't that bad though, but I don't know. Maybe I'll come back to it. We shall see one day. And I have this double page spread, which is one of my all-time favorite Fabiana pages that I've done as well. I think I did their skin with polychromos, but I'm not entirely sure. And there's some glitter and, well, glitter gel pen and stickles on her. And what else do I have? I think one more and then that's it. Yeah, the one in the front. This one, which I did forever ago. But I really like all the glitter and the curtains. And I really like how I did the mom's hair. I used some watercolor for a base for the blue in her hair. And then I went over with pencil. So that's how that came out. And then I totally neglected this side because y'all know I'm not about that life coloring that. I just put paint on it. So when I took the picture, it would cut this off. It would look like it's kind of done, but it's not. So yeah, that's what I have in Snow White. Okay, lastly for my Fabianas, I have the Beauty and the Beast. And I have the Italian version because I couldn't get the English version, which is fine, because it doesn't matter to me. And here's another view of how I just didn't care about this side to take the picture. I just needed this side was what I colored. So yeah, I really do like this picture still though. And I think I used Black Widows for the most part on this one. And you can see like the metallic pin in her dress and his cumber. Y'all, I was about to say Cumberbatch. Isn't this called a cummerbund? I don't even know. What is this thing called? I think it's called a cummerbund. I might be right. I don't know. But the first thing that came to my mind was Cumberbatch. I don't know why. I'll crack myself up. Anyway, I really love this picture. It's going to suck because it's in the spine. But I would love to color this one. And I have this one, which was a buddy color with Coloring Chat with Sammy and Coloring F. And we did this one. And I wrote the lyrics to the song here just because I thought it would be a cool background. Okay, sorry about that. What else do I have? Oh, I really want to color this double page spread. Love this one. Again, me and my double page spreads with Fabiana. So this one was a whip. I had just done the cake and it sat for a couple of years because I thought I was never going to come back to this picture. And I did, y'all. I'm so proud of myself. So I actually finished this. I want to say I finished this in September or October. But I didn't post it to my Instagram, so I don't know when. But I know it was recently. And yeah, the outcome really came together in the end because I hate the cake. But I feel like I was able to recover it with what all else I did in the picture. I used gouache for the background and I painted over the table because originally I had drawn some lace pattern and I didn't like that when I came back to the picture. So I just decided to go ahead and just paint over it. And I used some, I think on my Gansai Starry watercolor to do the metallic parts for all the trays and whatnot on the table. And then I went over with pencil to give it shading. So hopefully it looks like that the way it looks in real life on the camera. I don't know, but yeah, it's super metallic-y, but you can still see the shading. But I really like how my bread came out. Like, look at this bread. Don't you want to eat some of this bread? I do. I love my apple. Like, I love how I did all the food. And the dad, he came out cool. I drew the wood grain in the chair. But yeah, I'm so glad I came back to this whip. I'm working through my whips, y'all. I'm working through them. I'm so proud of myself because I have pretty much done all the ones that I said I was going to do when I made my whip video. So you'll be seeing that in probably the end of December or like January, like I said. So I'll show my progress because I made that soft promise to myself to finish my whips. But any hoozles, this is a double page spread. I think this was a buddy color with Coloring F as well. And we did this one. This was some years ago as well. And then I have washi tape and glitter pen on here. And I just wanted to try different methods of doing grass. So that's why this looks different from this. And it was a lot of ink tints, I think, for a lot of this. So yeah, I think that's all I have in here. Yeah, and that's it for my Fabiana books. I do have some PDFs, but that'll be when I get to my PDF binder. So we can move on to the next section of books that I have. Okay, next up I have my Lulu Mayo book. So I have A Million Magical Creatures. And I did this book for... I did this page for Summer Colorween that Reading with Pugs hosted this year, where you color a Halloween picture in the summertime. And I did this one, which I totally left this picture out for my fall inspiration pictures. That's what happens when you don't mark things and you don't go through your books because you don't remember everything. But yeah, I meant to add this in that video and I totally forgot it wasn't included. But I really like how this came out, and I like all the metallic and glitter panel here. I think, did I do something else? I think one more or no? Yeah, I did this one. This was the first picture I did in this book because Francis actually got this for me for Christmas. I think so. I don't know. But it was gifted to me from her for some reason. I don't know. And I really like the glitter on here and the metallic pen. And I use my Holbeins on here. Oh, I colored this blue because it's Francis' favorite color and she does ballet. So I did this picture in honor of that. I think this was for Christmas though. This book that she got me. Yes. Okay, here we go. Christmas 2021. Oh my God, y'all. I'm so dumb. Okay, so let's move on to the next book. Next, I have A Million Magical Mermaids by Lulu Mayo. And I've only done like 1 or 2 in here. It might be 1. So I did this one. And I did this a couple of years ago for me and Mom's birthday. My mom. And I used our favorite colors. And our zodiac sign is Cancer. So I used our constellation and our sign. And just had fun doing this picture in our favorite colors. And that's the year I started doing that for our birthday. And I did it the year after this one. And then I didn't do any more. I didn't do one for this year. This is the one I want to color when I come back to this book. But I need to get my backlighting together before I can tackle this. But that is the only one that I've done in a million. Wow. Okay, so we can move on to the next one. A Million Dogs. And you would think I would have colored more in here because I love dogs. But I haven't. I've done the one. And this was on my whips to finish, and I finished it. So I'm so proud of myself, y'all. And I have some stickles and a little bit of glitter on here. Not very much because I haven't colored the images on the backs of these. Well, this one I don't care about. I probably will never color that. It's a wallpaper page, but this one, it kind of went through because I used a lot of Neo Color too. Well, I used a lot of water when I used my Neo Color too to base his denim, and it went through. But that's okay. I can cover that up. But I'm really pleased that I've gotten this done and I don't have to worry about it and it's not haunting me anymore with this whip because it's sat for forever. But I don't know why I don't come to this book more often because I really love the pictures and I just don't pick it up for some reason. But yeah, that's all I've done in A Million Dogs. A Million Bears, and I only have one in here, which is this one. And this is one of my favorite Lulu Mayo pages that I've done because I love my color scheme and it just turned out so great. And I believe I used my Holbeins on here. And hopefully you can see some of the glitter pen. And I did it green for green tea because green tea and matcha is my favorite. I think, let me make sure, but I believe that is the only one that I've done in that one. Lastly, I have A Million Sloths. And I think A Million Sloths was actually the first Lulu Mayo book that I purchased. But we have a couple in here. So I've done this one. And this one was one that I did for my mom and I's birthday in 2021. So I started doing that in 2020. That was the other page. This was 2021. And then I didn't do a birthday one for us for 2022. I don't know. I just wasn't in the mood, I guess. But hopefully I'll do one next year. We'll see. Because here I did our zodiac here, and our birthday is July 15th, so I was born on her birthday, those who don't know. We have the same birthday, so yeah, that's why I do that, color these pictures, so yeah. And I drew the wood grain on the table. I should make my mom color a page for our birthday, since I've done 2, she needs to do one. And with our colors, and I wanted to see how it comes out, because she does color, just not at all like me or into it like me, but I should ask her next year and see if she wants to do it. Here I did this one. This was the first one in this book that I did, and I had to do it because of the wiener dog. And I think that's all I have in here. Yeah, I haven't really made too much of a dent in my Lulu Mayo books, unfortunately. So we can move on to the next books that I have. Okay, here I have Vampires by Jay Summer. I actually decluttered and got rid of a couple of Jay Summer books that I had. So I only have like 2, I believe. I'm not sure. We'll find out if I misplaced them. But here's Vampires. This is the OG one before they started doing the grayscale and combining all the books together. And yeah, this was back in 2017 when I first started coloring. I started coloring in April. This was May. So this is a part of the first 10 books that I bought, y'all. And I just showed this, I think, in my fall inspo pictures video, but we'll just go through these really quickly because I'm tired of looking at them. I know you're tired of looking at them. So these are just all the ones that I've done so far. And I can do all of these over because you get another copy of each picture in this book. And I think that's all that's in there. Cute Witches. I got this in November 2018. Really? Wow. Interesting. I feel like I had gotten this after that, but what do I know? So this was the first one I did in this book. Don't like it. I like my house and the bushes, and I said to myself, I'm going to color this again this year because you get 2 copies. I didn't do it because I just wasn't in the mood to color pumpkins for real, I guess. And I have one more in here, which is this one, which I just showed recently, and that's it for that one. Okay, moving on to my Jasmine Beckett Griffith books. I almost screw her name up. This is the Halloween book, and this was generously gifted to me by a subscriber. That's all scratch papers because this one I did a long time ago, but this is a whip that I had, y'all, and I came back and finished it. So I finished this, I think on Halloween it might have been, or the day after, I'm not sure, but I came back and finished this because remember her skin was done, so I erased it out and I was able to make something of it trying it again. And yeah, it should be some glitter on there, a little bit on her shoes, but I'm so proud of myself that I came back and did this little whip, and I drew some like little fairy dust coming from her wings because I like to do that, and the spider webs. But yeah, so happy I came back to do this whip. This is available as a color along on the channel if you want to see that. And this one, October 8th, 2021. It was a buddy color with Coloring F here on YouTube, and hopefully you can see all the glitter and the stickles on here because it's so pretty. And I did her dress with gouache, and I really like my skeleton guy and the plague doctor and the background. I love her skin. Everything just came out so nice. I have this one, which was October 5th, 2020, which was a buddy color with Coloring F. And we did the little witch. Hopefully you can see the glitter and the metallic pen on her clothes. And that's all I've done in here. Oh, I have that failed whip. I don't know. Now that one I probably will not come back and color because I'm thinking about it. And I don't know, y'all. I may not come back and color it. It's in the back here. For some reason, it eludes me. And I have all this paper in here. Why? Who needs all that paper? This is the whip I'm talking about. I need to figure out if I want to come back and color this. Because this was years ago, and I don't color skin like this anymore, and her hair looks horrendous. So I'm not sure. But I'm thinking paint. Paint fixes all. We'll see if I ever come back to it. But that's all I have in this one. Here I have Jasmine Beckett Griffith. This is her first coloring book, A Fantasy Art Adventure. Let's see here. So I have this one that I done. Maybe it's a little glitter on there. I don't know. And I have this little one here, which was inspired from a color palette I saw on Pinterest. Did I skip one? Okay, no. I have this one. Hopefully you can see the glitter on there. The one in front here. Red Riding Hood. I hate her hair and this wolf. I don't know what I was doing, but everything else I still like. But I don't know what goes on there. I have my pirate one. Oh, you know what? I do have my pirate picture, and I'll show y'all. It is this picture, but I copied it onto Strathmore tone tan paper because I wanted the opportunity to be able to color this again. So that's why I copied it onto different paper. But because this paper is really nice, it's not the paper. It's just me wanting to color it again. Like, I wish I had known that I could copy things, which I did know that, but I mean, I wasn't into which type of paper to copy things onto at the time when I did this, because I would love to color this over. But that's that one. I have one more in the front here, and I don't know why I can't find it. Hold on one second. This one, Amara and the book. And that is all I have to show, for sure, in this book. Next up is mermaids. And I need to color more in this book. It was a fall mermaid in here that I wanted to color. Did I get to it? Of course not. Okay. It's not back here. So this is the one where I did the mermaid. Nope, that's the wrong title. Mermaid with Pink Lotus. But clearly I went blue. I'll dance to the own beat of my drum for that one. And you can see the stickles on there. Next I have this Little Mermaid one, which I did. No, I did not do this in 2020. I did this in January. It was for the new year, but I don't know which new year, but it was one of these past years that's just passed when I did this for the new year. Because it was bookmarked to give to my mother, but I told her that I'm not cutting it out of the book. So she probably won't ever get it. October 2020 was when sorry, I'm knocking the tripod. October 2020 was when I colored this one. And I had done her skin and left it because I didn't know what to do with my shell and the background. And then I figured it out. So I'm happy that I did come back and finish this one. And I love the outcome and the color scheme that I did, because I did a limited color scheme. And hopefully you can see the wink of Stella. I don't think it's catching that great, but hopefully you can see the wink of Stella on the seashell, because it's covered in it. I think it just dried up, y'all, because it used to be so much sparkly. More sparklier. Is that a thing? I don't know. But anyway, hopefully you can see the glitter gel pen on my cherubs and their little baby blanket that they have up there flying around with. And I have one of my all-time favorite jasmines that I ever done back in 2020, which was this one. And I love this one. It's just so, I'm so proud of myself how it came out, you know. And I love my black pearls that I did. It's one of my favorites. And I think it's some glitter on this thing. And I think that's everything. It might be one more. I don't really remember correctly. It's scratch paper, so it might be, let's see. Oh no, it's just scratch paper in here, which I will take out. So that's all I have in the Mermaids book by Jasmine Becker Griffith. Okay, I have some Coco Wyo books coming up, which I know I showed my Galaxy Queen one. It should have been with these, but apparently it was grouped wrong on my bookshelf. So here is Beauties in Renaissance by Coco Wyo, and I believe this was a birthday present from Francis this year for me. Yes, my birthday is July 15th. So yeah, that's when they printed this one, I guess. So here's the only one that I've done in here, which reminds me of Princess Diana. And I don't know, I was just drawn to this picture when I got the book. It was just one of the ones that I wanted to do first. And I love it. And there is some glitter on here and some metallic gel pen. I really like how I did the book. I just love the vibe. It just reminds me of Princess Diana so much. I don't know why. And I really want to color this one, but I don't know if it's going to be my next one. But it was between this one or the Princess Di one, and I chose the other one. So yeah, but this book is gorgeous. I love it, and I can't wait to color more in it. Black Women Coloring Book by Coco Wyo, and I did only one in here. I just got this book August. So, well, it says 2021. I don't know. I feel like I got this way after that. This chick looks like Rihanna to me so much, y'all. Is it just me, or do you see Rihanna? Because I see Rihanna. I'm just saying. Anyway, this is the one that I did. Did I write the date? I did this in the summer. So yeah, June 15th, 2022 was when I finished this one. And I love this picture. I was inspired to do her bikini top by something I saw on Pinterest. And she already had a cactus necklace. So that's why I went with the cactus for a bikini top. Because she had like this busy pattern drawn on there. And I wasn't about that life. Y'all know how I change things. So yeah, I went with that. And there's some metallic pin and some stickles on here. And I just love the outcome of this picture. And I really need to come back and color in this more because there's so many pictures that I want to color. Okay. This is Elegant Beauties by Alina Lazareva. I don't color in this book pretty much at all ever. When did I get it? It says April 2020. I don't know. Probably. That sounds about right. And I've only done one, which I named her Chelsea. Oh, this is really pretty. This does have some really pretty pictures in it. And I think because it's grayscale, it just turns me off because I don't like grayscale. For real, for real. This one I've done. And there's some stickles on her. And I love her iridescent top. Or at least I tried to make it look iridescent. And I think I used Artisans for her hair because I used Color and Chat with Sammy's color combinations for the most part to do this hair. And I really like how it came out. But that's all I've done in this one. Okay, now we'll be moving to my Hannah Lynn books. So I have Whimsy Girls Through the Decades by Hannah Lynn, and I've done quite a few in here. This one, which I colored like Mary J. Blige back in the day in the 90s R&B, because I gave her little Calvin Klein bra, and I really like the ripped denim that I did, and her blonde hair, and her black lipstick, and her little Calvin Klein hat. Really like how I did that. And I've done this one, which is called Workout Wendy. Don't know why I remember that, but I do. I remember when I was doing the background of this picture, our power had went out because it was a storm. I don't know why I remember that, but I do. But, oh, this was July 2020. So I had a lot of fun. Wow, this was 2020. I feel like I just did this like last year. My, how the time flies. But I really like this one, and I love all the neon colors and the glitter that I did on here. And I had one more. This one I just did August 12th, 2022 with my Prismacolors. Obviously, I did do some marker base. Yeah, I did do some alcohol marker base. And this one was really fun to do. This is like one of the only pictures I did this summer. So, really proud of it. I went very vintage. I did her yellow polka dot bikini that she wore for the first time today. Who remembers that commercial? Just let me know. Anyway, I used washi tape for her towel, washi tape for the umbrella, washi tape for the border. I went washi tape crazy because I don't use my washi tapes enough. And I had fun making this a Coca-Cola, and I drew the Coca-Cola words on her cooler. I like how it looks like. I kind of tried to make it look metallic. There are stickles and glossy accents on here. Her potato chip bag has some glitter because she's fabulous eating her fancy potato chips. And I like how the sandwich has the texture. Because the paper just did that, y'all. Because y'all know if you just lightly layer, it'll just give you that texture. So I didn't do anything extra with that. I just didn't shade it as much. I mean, layer as much. Sorry about that car if you heard that. I didn't layer as much, so I was able to let the texture of the paper shine through to make it look grilled. And hopefully you'll see the glossy accents and the glitter on her eyes and the little inner tube right there. And I've done this one. This one was done in November 2021. I could do the close-up version this year because Thanksgiving is Thursday, but I'm probably not even going to get that done. I'm not going to promise myself to do that. But yeah, I do have some glossy accents and a little bit of glitter on this page. And I was inspired by a vintage kitchen picture that I saw on Pinterest to do this one. And I think that's all I've done in this one. Victorian Darlings. This was the first book that I got from Hannah Lynn, I believe, because I wasn't into her at first, and then I saw the light. So here is one of the first pictures I did in this book, and her dress is all washi tape. This is another picture that I totally forgot to include in my fall inspiration pictures. I missed out on so many pictures in that video, but you know, maybe next year if I do that again, I'll remember to include them. But yeah, this is one that I love. It's one of my favorite Hannah Lynn's, and I really love how I did this house. I don't often color buildings because I don't know what color to do them a lot of the time, and I want them to look three-dimensional in certain ways, like how I did the roof and whatnot. I don't want them to look flat. And I think that's why I don't color a lot in my first romantic country book, because there's so many castles and stuff. And I just want to get better at coloring buildings. But this building, I really like how I colored it. And like I said, this is one of my favorite handle-ins. I love my color scheme. I love how the picture just came together. And there is glitter and glossy accents here and there on the picture, especially on the windows. I put glossy accents. And I like to do the polka dots on my handle-in to fill up the space for the ruffles. I don't know, I just think it adds something cool to look at. And I really like, am I the only one, to look at the opposite side of the page when you use marker. I don't know. I like it. It looks so cool. So here's one that I've done from back in the day. This has some glitter in the background on the wallpaper. Might have glitter other places too. I don't know, y'all. Like I said, I'm standing up and I can't tell what is what. But I use a lot of washi tape for her dress and this little corset right here. This probably used to be white and now it's pink. It absorbed the pencil. That's interesting. It does do that though. And so what else do I have in here? Oh, this was, I think this might have been the first picture that I colored in this book, because this was a buddy color with coloring F. And it's so funny, I forgot to color this candy. And this was years ago, and I just had noticed it, and I was like, oh my gosh. But I looked up vintage circus colors, and it's like this orange and teal. And so that's what I went with for my circus colors for this one. Like, she's still super glittery after all these years. I love it. Okay, so what else do I have in here? I think that's everything in this book. And we can move on to the next one. Okay, my Poor Mythical Maidens and Curious Creatures book is neglected, because I've only done one in here. I don't really like this book as much as I used to. If I'm completely honest with myself, I don't. But this was a whip that I started. I will never come back to it. I was using gouache. I don't like what I was doing, so it just killed my morale to want to try it again. And I don't know. I just don't like this book like I thought that I did. Or I did at the time when I bought it, is more precise to say. But this was a buddy color with... Wait, let me make sure. Yeah, this was a buddy color with coloring at V's and coloring F. And we all did this picture back in 2019 in June. Black Widows, Prismas, and what does that say? Inktense. So that was this one. And I bought this book solely just for this picture. That's why I don't do that. Or I rarely do that. I've only done that like 2 times where I bought a book based on one picture. And the minute I saw Hannah Lynn post this and this was going to be in this book, I was sold. But I've fallen out of love with a lot of the pictures in this book. And I can color this one over because you get 2. But honestly, this is like the only picture that I like in this book. I don't know. I might give it to my mom or something. I don't know. It's like a couple more that I like in here. And then after that, I don't think I'll be coloring in it. Once I color the pictures that I want to color. So yeah, you can see the stickles on here. And yeah, I really just love this picture. I had fun coloring it. But it's one of the few that I like in here. And we'll move on to my next Hannah Lynn. Okay, I have a Whimsy Girls Christmas, which I need to leave this book out because, you know, 'tis the season. I need to leave it out so I can see it. Okay, so I just got this June 2021, actually. And I got it for me to be able to have another Christmas book because I don't have very many. So this picture was done for Christmas in July back in 2021. And it was a buddy color with coloring F, if I can get my page, because the washi tape kind of makes things stick. But it's not sticky. I don't know. Anyway, I did pink because I just was in a pink mood, I guess. And I don't use a lot of pink when I color. And because this was a coral Christmas tree, that had a lot to do with it. Just do pink for some reason. I don't know. And I used my super tip marker to make the texture in the tree. And I just really love how this came out. I love her skin. I love her hair. I just love her tail. I just love everything. It just came together so nice. It's so great when you see something in your head and it comes out the way you saw it. And so yeah, this was a lot of fun to do, and I really enjoyed that one. And this was the only one that I've done in this book. And hopefully this season I get some more done, or whenever I feel like coloring Christmas, because I don't always color about the season. So I really hope that I get some done, and we can move on to the next book. Steampunk Darlings by Hannah Lynn. When did I get this? This says December 2018. Okay. I really want to color this one. This is always in my mind to color when I open my book, or I think about coloring a Hannah Lynn. This is my scratch paper because I have this one colored back. Oh, I did this February 2021. I did this with Magic Fly pencils. And I used some metallic paint for the background. And I have some glossy accents and stickles on here as well. I don't know. I really didn't like how this one came out. I don't think I posted this on my Instagram. I might have. I don't know. I don't remember because I don't remember seeing it on there. It could be. I don't know. This is a failed buddy color that I had with Coloring F and Coloring Chat with Sammy. I did not finish mine because I don't like the color scheme that I was going for. It looks a mess. So I get to redeem myself and color it again. And this, I think I'm the only one that did not finish mine because this was like 4 years ago. I don't know. This was like forever ago when we picked this picture out, and I did not ever finish. This is another one that I really want to color too in this book. I think about it when I want to do color handling. And so this one was a buddy color with Francis, and I was inspired by Coloring at V's to color this picture. This was May 2022. And I was inspired by Coloring at V's because she colored hers. And I don't know, it just made me want to color this picture. I don't even know if she used red or if she used the color scheme that I'm using. But just seeing her version inspired me to color this. And I asked Frances if she wanted to do it. And she said yeah. So I went with red and black. And I really love my color scheme. And I'm trying to use my washi tapes, if you're noticing recent pictures that I've done. Because my washi tape just sits neglected. But yeah, this was really fun to do. And I really like the outcome. This was July 2019 where I did this one. I think this one's called Brielle. I'm not sure. But there's some stickles on here. Is it called Brielle? I just want to test my knowledge. Briella. I was close, y'all. I was close. But yeah, that's Briella. I really love this one. I want to color this one too. It's so many pictures. I was going to color this for Mermaid one year. Never did it. But my whole thing is, if she's steampunk in the ocean, wouldn't she rust? Just saying. Anyway. Oh, and this is another one I want to color in this book. I have so many I want to color. So I've done this one. Did I write the date? I don't think so. But I really love this one. And there's some, might be glitter gel pen or metallic pen on here. And some glossy accents on her goggles to make them shiny like that. I have this one. And this was when I got my polys. I was trying them out. That's what I did the books with. I think I did alcohol marker and then I put polys on top. Yeah. And I don't like how that worked. Don't like how that worked. If I can flip it because I tore my page. Anyway, this is a really old one. I used gouache in the background for the curtains as well. Her hair looks a mess. It's washi tape on her skirt. I don't know what I was doing with this page, y'all. Oh, maybe it was just one of those ones that just didn't work out. So this page I did in 2019. Love this one. I love how I did his cheeks. And I used gouache for his clothes and her dress. I used Arteza pencils, I think, for a lot of this page. And there is some stickles on here and some metallic pen. And I just love this one. It's so cute. Because she rarely draws men. This one I've done back in April 2020 when the world shut down. And love this one, love her denim. And that's all everyone cared about when I posted it on Instagram. I liked my pipes, you know, the whole vibe of the picture, but her denim was just all the rage, which I agree. I really like it. It came out really nice. And I have some stickles on here and some glitter gel pen. And I love her skin. And I think, oh, I really want to color this one too. I think that's all I have is Steampunk Darlings. Okay, we have Whimsy Girls Around the World, Hannah Lynn. And no, I don't have all of Hannah Lynn's books. It seems like it, right? How many do I have? I don't know. Oh, this was a gift from Francis for Christmas 2021. So, I colored this one recently, didn't I? I think I did this in the summertime. And I went with the Jamaican colors. And she's super stickles. She's super stickled out because I made some errors and I didn't like how it was working with her dress, and Stickle saved me. And I use a lot of paint for the background, which I don't really like how that came out, but I can color the close-up version again if I want. But yeah, that's how this one came out. Oh, this picture is all jacked up. Like, look at my paper. I don't even know. I hope it'll be okay because my book closed when the stickles was wet, but I was able to wipe it off kind of, but I don't know, kind of didn't do it in the best way. And this page is messed up, and I'm kind of mad because this was the close-up version, the less detailed version, which I probably would have went for because I don't want to color all that in the background. But you know, hopefully it'll be okay when it's time for me to color this page because I really do want to color this one. And oh yeah, I have this one, which I did in March 2022. Oh wait, nope, it's stuck together. Oh no, my washi tape sticks my pages together. I don't know why, but this one I really loved. I love her skin tone, and I had fun coloring actually this grass, which y'all know is unusual for me because I don't like to color grass and flowers, but I had fun doing that. And I love the stickles on her robe and the clover and her choker and the rainbow, and it's just so sparkly and glittery. I love it. And this is like one of my favorite handlings that I've done because I love her hair too. And her little freckles that I gave her. Okay, I'll shut up. Okay, so I think that's everything that I have in this one. Okay, y'all. 2 more handling books and we're done with handling. Fairy Tale Princesses and Storybook Darlings. And this was purchased back in March 2019. Interesting. I like to look at the date, as you can see. So I've done the Beauty and the Beast one. I should have included this one in the fall one because I clearly did fall foliage colors. There's so many pictures I missed out in that video that I'm just now discovering, and I need to make a mental note about that. Or next time, just be better prepared. How about that? That might be what it needs to be. Next time, I need to be better prepared, y'all. But anyway, this is the picture that I have. And I've used washi tape on her dress. I love how this one came out. Her nose is really tiny. I don't know why I made her nose that tiny, because I'm not that confident in drawing noses, and I wasn't too sure of myself, so I just made it really tiny. And because I don't like to not have a nose. I don't know. Amberly Silencia, if you're subscribed to her, she does the best handling button noses, the cutest ones, and I really need to go ahead and follow her and see how I can do mine a little better. But anyway, I'm rambling. This is the outcome of this picture. Really love it. I love how my gate looks 3D. I love the grass. I think I did that with my Verithins because I have a couple of Prismacolor Verithins, and I did her hair with the Verithins as well. But I know I used a marker base for a lot of this. Yeah. So that's how that one turned out. Oh wait, I'm speeding past. This was the first one I did in this book when I got it because I loved it. It's so sweet, and it's Princess and the Frog. And hopefully you can see the glitter. And I used washi tape on her dress here as well. This was another first one that I did in the book. And I was totally inspired by Enchanted. And now Disenchanted is out. It's so funny. I need to watch that. But yeah, I was inspired by a picture I saw on Pinterest to do her dress like this. But all I thought about the whole time I was coloring this was the movie Enchanted. And I did the pumpkins with gouache. So hopefully you can see the glitter and the metallic pen on here. And that is all I have in this book. I haven't done very many. Okay, so now I have my last handling book coming up. Okay, lastly I have Maui Mermaids and Island Whimsy Girls coloring book. And I've only done like 1 or 2 in here and a failed whip. So I have got this December 2019. And let's see. This is my failed whip because the skin just did not do what I wanted it to do. And sadly for this one, you only get 1 copy of each image because it's 50 pages, so you only get 1, and I can't do that one over, but it's okay. So this was the first one I did in this book, and I love all the stickles still on here. I have 1 more, I think, and that's this one here. And I think I did this with Black Widows, but I'm not sure. But look at the stickles on the butterfly and the glitter pen, so pretty. And I love my surfboard up here. And I put washi tape around the border, obviously. And I think, oh no, I have 1 more. Oh, what is this one? Oh, I totally forgot about this one. July 2021. It's a buddy color with Francis. I love my surfboard here. You know what? I just realized I did like a pink and green, and then I did pink and green. That's funny. I must like pink and green surfboards. I don't know. I just noticed that. Anyway, I love her denim because I made her have like the cute denim and her little blonde hair. Love it. So cute. And the surfboard. If you can see how sparkly and glittery that is. Like, look at that. Oh my gosh. Love it. So fun. Oh, and I drew like the little footprints right here. And I think that's all I have in this one. So now we can move on to the next set of books that I have, y'all. I'm so sorry this is a long one. Sorry, not sorry. I knew it was going to be long. It may be shorter than last year's. We'll see, because I'm not going into detail talking about everything that I used on each page. So we'll see. But I'll shut up and I'll go grab my other set of books. Okay, y'all, we are going to start this. Oh my gosh. My books almost fell. We are going to start this next section with Kanoko Igusa. So, Symphony of Cute Animals. And I'm so excited because she has another book coming out next year. So excited. Because she's one of my favorite artists. Okay, so I'll move that out the way. So, this one I did recently, within the past couple of months. And I used my whole binds on here. And I really like my background because I did this with pencil, and then the metallic that you see are my Gansai Starry watercolors, and I just used pencil to shade, and I just love how this one came out. Put my scratch paper back. Whoops. Okay, next I have this one, double page spread, and I did this as a buddy color with Coloring F. I want to say last year, but it could be year before last, actually. I'm not sure. But I love all the detail in this. And I had so much fun coloring this. And the background is chalk pastel, and I used my stencil to create those kind of snowflakes blurred in the background. Because I can't call it a bokeh background, because it's not quite. But yeah. And I've done this one. And Frances finished hers, but this is our buddy color that we have currently. And I haven't started mine because I don't know what color scheme I want to go with for this. We shall see. I don't know. But it's going to be so nice to have both of these done. And if you want to know how to color these toasted marshmallows like I did, I have a How I Color playlist. It's in that playlist. And you can find out how I color those. And I think that's all. Maybe one more, or I might be lying to myself. Yeah, I'm lying to myself. I thought I had one more, but that's all I have in Symphony of Cute Animals. So I do have Rhapsody in the Forest. This was gifted to me as a Christmas present from Coloring F. I think last year. I'm not sure. I don't remember, y'all. Y'all know I got CRS, but I haven't colored in it yet. Unfortunately, what you said, I know. But I will be figuring out what I want to color in this soon, hopefully. And we can move on to the last one that I have by Kanoko. Last but not least, by Kanoko, I have Minuet de Monua, and it's like one of my favorite books of all time. And I have quite a few done in here. And some double page spreads. Just making sure I'm not missing anything. I have some scratch paper in here. I will take that out, actually. Put that right here to the side. Okay, so what do we have here? We have my wedding spread. This one as well. My cakes. There's some glitter on here too, if you can see that. I really love how I did my macaroons and the shadowing that I did on the table. And this macaroon tree was inspired by something I saw on Pinterest. Pinterest is the place to go. I'm trying to tell y'all if you need inspiration for anything. And this was a buddy color with Coloring Chat with Sammy and Coloring F. Before I even got my book, when I first ordered it, I was like, y'all, can we do this page? And they were like, yeah. So this was the first page I colored in this book. I've had this book for a while. I think like 2018, 2019 maybe. I'm not sure. And you would think I would have colored way more in it. But I'm just saving my pictures. I don't know why. So I've done this one. This was a buddy color with Coloring F. And there's some glitter on here as well. I've been saving this for Christmas time. I really need to color this one this year. I don't know. I'm not going to hold myself to these promises, because then I won't do it. So I have this one. And I really love my paintbrushes. I love my brickwork that I was able to do, my window. I just love everything in this picture. And I actually drew this kind of wood grain on the steps. So really love this one. What else do I have in here? I really want to color these frogs randomly, y'all. This double page spread of the frogs. I think I want to color them all like poison dart frogs or like really bright neon poisonous frogs. What is wrong with me? But that's the color scheme that I have in mind to do that. Oh, this would be a cute fall one. It's like Little Red Riding Hood. I never even noticed that. Oh, is this a double page spread? Oh, see, no, yeah. I definitely, this would take me 2 years. It would take me 2 years to color that one. I don't know about that. I think that's all I have in here. Oh, how could I forget this one? What am I smoking? So I have my double page spread here. I'll bring it up so you can see the detail. But this one took forever, all 4 of the evers. And I enjoyed it, even though it took forever. And I used washi tape on my bunny's dress. So that is all that I have. I really want to color the front title page. That is all I have in this one. All right, moving on to my Eerie books. So this is World Travel Through Time? I don't know what this is called. I don't know. It has, all her books have really long, weird names now. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, so this is a whip that I have. I don't know if I'll come back to it because I saw an amazing version of this on Instagram and it just killed my morale for my own picture when I wanted to color it because I was like, it's not going to look as good. So I have that one. I have this one done in here. And I have the double page spread that I have in the front, which is the festival in Spain. I forgot what it's called, but that's what this is supposed to be. And I love all of their expressions that I managed to do. And his little cowboy shirt. So cute. And I think that's all I have in here. Yes. Okay, moving on to Romantic Country by Eerie. This is the first tale, and I have the English version. And something that I noticed. I have 2 third tales. Oh my gosh, sorry, I shook the tripod. I have 2 third tales. So this is the English version. This is the Japanese version. You can tell by the cover of how the cover feels. That's how the paper is in the book. I never noticed that until the other night, y'all. Because the paper in the English versions are really smooth and don't have a lot of tooth to them. That's exactly how the cover feels. In the Japanese version, the cover feels a bit more rough and the paper has more tooth in it. Did not notice that until the other night. And I thought that would help you out. But if you're going to get these, definitely go to Amazon Japan and get the Japanese versions because the paper is superior. It has more texture to it. Those of us who like the layer, it's great. And you can use water medium in it because I have difficulty using water media in the English versions, but I don't know which one it is. It's like the second tale or the third tale. One of them that doesn't take water very well. And I've seen people use water and I'm like, how? Because mine doesn't work. And I'm not heavy-handed with the water. I don't know. But this is the first tale. Sorry about that little rant. Rant and waffle. But I have these done. And these are OG pictures, by the way. I still love this one, even though this is like years and years and years old. One of my favorite ones. I should have whited out the snow right here. I don't know why I didn't, because I definitely had Posca back in the day. I did the white here, but not here. I don't know why, but I kind of think I have a theory. My nephew, he was crying for like 3 hours straight for some reason because he didn't want to take a nap, and that's what made me sit and have the patience to color this wall with pencil because I was drowning his crying out because he was being a brat. And I guess it distracted me from going around the white of my snow with my Posca. I really think that's why, y'all. And it's weird that I remember distinctly that because I was coloring. I told you, like, it's like if I'm coloring, I can remember things. That is so strange, but it's true. Ugh, I'm holding off on coloring this because I really want to do this one. I'm always thinking about that one. Okay, so I have this one done from years ago. It's not completely done, but it's done enough. And I'm sad because I really like this picture, but I don't like the direction I was going. All I could think about is Captain America when I look at this Christmas ornament. I don't know what in the world I was thinking about when I did that. But I have this one. So many pages I still want to color in these, and I'm glad I didn't do them back in the day. I could do them now. So I have this one. This was when I was very brave with the background. What else? Oh, this one. This one, which I was inspired to color like a picture that I had found on Pinterest at the time. I don't know the artist, or I will give them credit, because I totally used all their red and yellow and orange to do the sky and the lake. I think I have, oh yeah, this one. This is one of my favorite ones that I've done by Erie. And I love how I did the background, because I wasn't about coloring these flowers, so I just outlined them in black glitter gel pen and just made the background. I think this was Inktense. But I love this picture because I love how I was able to achieve all of my shadows and lighting in this picture. I was just looking at this. This is one of the most boring pictures, y'all. I know it's like a crest or a shield or something. That's so dull. It's like the most boring picture to color. Anyway, I have this double page spread here. And I left the background blank because I didn't know what to do. And I just left it. So I have this one. Oh, my phone is dying, so I need to get a move on. Okay, so I have this one. This was a buddy color with coloring F. And then this one. That's a really old one, this one. This I got inspired to do my roofs like this from Always Coloring Katrine. She had a method where you use your Inktense. So I did that. I have this one, which is a really old one. And I think that's it for the first tail. The second tail, again, I have the English version. And I have something back here. So, oh, this was a buddy color with coloring F from back in the day. I have this one. You can see them side by side. What else? Oh, this double page spread that I came back to and finished because it was a whip for a while and I had left it. So it is completed now. You see that? Oh, I'm trying to hurry up, y'all, because my phone's dying. So I have this one that I did back in the day. My most liked picture on Instagram ever, which is this one. This one I did one night when I couldn't sleep, which is every night. But I don't know what possessed me to color this picture like this back in the day. But it's here for me to just shake my head at, I guess. Let's see what else I have here. Oh, this one. I really love this one. This is one of my favorite Erie pictures that I've done too. Is the treehouse, which I did this year. This was from back in the day. I think you can still see the paint, the metallic paint on here. And I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else in the front of this one. No, I don't. Okay, the third tail was the first one that I got, I think. That's why the most is done in this one. Early on in my coloring journey. So, let's see. I have these. And I've talked about these so much, so I'm not really going to spend too much time on them. I'm happy I get to do this one over with the Dragon Hatchery. Especially because I loved House of the Dragon. And I can't wait for next season. We'll be waiting for a while. Probably, what, another year or two? But it was really good. And I was in the dragon mood. I was like, ooh, I could color that picture. This one. Oh, this one. Which I'm happy I get to do this over because I don't even like what I was doing there. Oh, this cookie page. I don't know how to make them look 3D. I need to look this up because I want my cookies to pop off the page. And this was not where it's at. So I'm glad that I did do this back in the day. So going forward in my other third tail, hopefully I'm able to do that better. I really want to color this one with the wiener dog and his sweater. How cute is that? Anywhoozles, I have this one. This is still one of my favorites too. And there's glitter and metallic pen on here. When I was brave. Brave with my skies. I didn't care what I was doing back in the day. Oh wait. my silverware page. I think it's another one here. Let me see. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. And this has stickles on it. I just didn't even care what was on the back. I just stickled this thing to death. These two. And I followed Chris Chang's tutorial using the pencils that I had at the time to do that one. I have this one. This double page spread, which I'm happy I get to do this over too. I do like my pig though. He's still cute. And it's so funny. I did this in my third tail, my second copy. And I need to erase this or something. What happened there? But yeah, I did that one in my third tail, second copy recently. You'll see that in a second. So I have this one. It's so funny how I've done pages side by side in this book. I still love this one, even though it's really old. And I would do all of my gold and stuff differently now, but I really do love this one. Still, I hate this one. I'm glad I could do this over because I hate this one. It's so ugly. And I really want to color the Christmas one. And in my mind, I have an idea to make this Christmas theme. Like draw Christmas lights and Christmas decorations on the town buildings so it could match this page. So we'll see if I get to it one of these years. And I have this one. I'm glad I get to do this one over. And I think that's it for my English. My English version. And so this is the Japanese version of the third tail. And I've only done 2 in here. So recently I have done... And I have all my scratch paper. Recently I have done this one. And this was so fun to do. I just finished this like the other day actually. And I used my Caran d'Ache Super Color watercolor pencils to do my trees. And then I traced the outlines with my yellow Posca. And I used all Prismacolor, of course. And yeah, I just really love how this came out. I love her little shirt detail in her denim I was able to do. Josette is so cute. My pigs have mud on their feet. I love how my bucket looks really real. And how I did the cloud shadows in the grass. So yeah, this was so fun to do. And like I said, I just finished this like the other day. So, and I have a little bit of metallic on the bell on the church. So I've done that one here. And then the only one I've done in my second copy, this was the first picture that I did because I was testing out my whole binds. And it might be some glitter on her shoes or something. I'm not sure if you can see that, but yeah, that's my 2 third tails. So now the only thing left I will be doing is my PDF binder, and then we will be finished, you guys. So let me grab that and I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, I had to charge my phone because my binder is super thick. This is my PDF binder, and I'm going to do my PDF binder now and my Mystic Art Mirrors. So because I have a lot of Mystic Art Mirrors books in PDF, I just grouped her with my PDF pages. So let's get into this. So I have some extra Jasmine Beckett Griffiths that I just printed on different paper because I want the opportunity to be able to color them again. So I did this one. This was a buddy color with Coloring F, I believe, and I'm not going to take everything out because it's a hassle to get them put them back in there. And then this one is a Jasmine Beckett Griffith as well. This is a Pirate Molly Morgan, I think, from the Fantasy Art Adventure book. And this was a recent one. This was actually done for Instagram challenge too, to do pink. I think by Effie Colors. And I did that this year. Here I have a Fabiana one. And this is the Sun Princess or Sun Goddess one. And there's some stickles and metallic paint on there. This is an old Fabiana one that she did way back when I think she first started her Etsy. And I have the opportunity to color that again. I have this Fabiana. I had to turn it this way. I have this Fabiana one that I've done. Oh, it was a whole sheet in front of this one. Oh my gosh. This is the most awkward way. And I hope I don't knock anything over. But I've done this one. And this is an older one from back in the day. Now I will be turning it back around. Give me a second. Okay, hopefully I can move on a little better. Okay, so that's all my Fabianas. So I have this one that I did a couple years back, and you can see the metallic paint on here and the stickles, hopefully. But yeah, this was a couple of years ago. It was a free image that you could print out because she does that sometimes. And then I have this one. I think this was a free image as well. And this was from, I want to say like 2020 maybe. I'm not even sure. But, and I think this one was a buddy color with coloring F2. I like my gingerbread man, his little hair. So cute. Okay, moving on. So now I think we're getting to my Mystic Art mirrors. And I have this one. This is from the what is the book called? Candy and Cream. I didn't print out the title page. This is from the Candy and Cream coloring book. The one she released before the newest one, which is Witchcraft now. Hopefully you can see all the glitter and whatnot on here. So I've only done one from Candy and Cream. So, oh no, I think this is from Candy and Cream too. So I did this one for 4th of July this year, and I made her skin like the oxidized Statue of Liberty color. That was my goal. And this one has a lot of glitter and stickles on here as well. And I love all my unicorn horns and my little unicorn cake pops. And this is supposed to be like the firebomb popsicle we have here. Is my inspiration for that. But yeah, this one came out really cool, and I drew the Posca fireworks everywhere. Okay, so from Once Upon a Time, I have this one, which I haven't shown on the channel yet because I completed this one, I want to say in August. And this is the Princess and the Frog one. And look at all the stickles and the glossy accents that I was able to put on here. I think I did this with Prismacolor. It's printed onto, August 10th, 2020 with Prismas. It's printed onto colored pencil paper, Strathmore colored pencil paper. And like I said, this was Prismas. And I did do some alcohol marker. And I have some chalk pastel in the background. And yeah, that's pretty much what I did for this one. Even my frog looks kind of wet. I love this. It's so cute. So, and I really like how my golden ball came out. So I'll go ahead and slide this one back in. Give me a second. Okay. So let's see what else I have. I don't think I've done another one other than my mermaid one. And I did this for a mermaid this past year. And this one has a little bit of stickles on there and some wink of Stella like on her lip. I see it's catching through the paper and the fish. And I love her skin. I love the vibe of this picture. So nice. Oh, another one I did this year is I did Hansel and Gretel. And this is still the Once Upon a Time book. It's like that because I painted the background. So I did this one October 31st. So I finished this on Halloween. I had started it like 2 weeks before Halloween, but I finished it on Halloween this year. And this is the Hansel and Gretel one. And I did this one because of the witch. I actually colored the skin, I think, on the channel, or some parts of this on the channel. I had a coloring chat. But this is how it ended up turning out. Oh, it's printed on Strathmore tone tan paper. And I really like my peppermint walkway. I actually dotted all of these dots with white and red Posca. But when I put the stickles on top, because super tip markers are water based, it kind of smeared it. So it was way more dotty, way more pointillism like, but the stickles made it kind of merge together. But yeah, this was the end result of this picture. I love all of my sweets. You can see how they came out. And my donuts and whatnot. Her nails, I have stickles on. It's green. And I drew the little Scooby-Doo kind of ghosts and ghouls eyes peeking out them from the forest. And you can see the glossy accents on there. But yeah, this was the end result of this picture from when I started it on my coloring chat on the channel. So I'll go ahead and slide this one back in. Here I have Ariel and Flounder. I think this is from the Fairy Tale Princess book, but I'm not entirely sure. I just know I copied it onto Strathmore tone tan paper. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I mean this paper that you can order on Amazon. This is the sketchbook size. I ordered this by mistake because I didn't look at the measurements, but I ordered the bigger one, obviously. And that's what I print all of my pages on, either the tone tan, the colored pencil paper, or the tone gray. It's all about Strathmore, and I It's all purchased on Amazon. I've been talking so long, y'all, making this video. I'm getting super tongue-tied, so excuse me. Let's move on. This was copied from the book as well. I just wanted to copy it on this paper for some reason. So I have this one. I think I did this like a couple of years ago for Christmas. This is from the Christmas 3-pack that you could purchase, but it's also in, I think, the 1 Year of Joy coloring book that she has, but I'm not entirely sure. But I just have the PDF 3-pack. So I did this one. I think I did this one last year, and I did her Skin and Artezas, and I love how it came out. And it's so glittery and sparkly. Forgive me for not taking these out, y'all, but it's a hassle. It's a hassle. I'll take the new ones out like I did, but this one is from the Valentine's Day 3-pack. And I really love how this one came out. Let me see. Okay, yeah. So, yeah. And it has stickles and glitter on here. I think the Valentine's ones are available in the 1 Year of Joy coloring book as well. Like, she combined them in there. So, we're moving on to Fairytopia. I've done this one. And this one has glitter on it, as you can see on all the butterflies. And I think I did this with Arteza as well. I have this one, and she's available as a color along on the channel. Full color along. The skin is one video, and then I do the rest in the other videos. So if you want to see how this is done, you can slide your finger over and go to playlist, how I color, and you'll see this one. And this one has some stickles on here as well. Love how she came out, and I printed it more than once. Because I'm obsessed, you know, I just get obsessed. Okay, so here's Pocahontas. She's printed onto Strathmore Tone Tan paper from the Fairy Tale Princess coloring book, I believe. And this was a buddy color with coloring F. We did this one. But yeah, sometimes I just want to copy it onto the Strathmore paper, even though the paper in her books are fine. But again, I just probably want the opportunity to be able to color it again. And then sometimes I just want to color on tone tan paper because it's my favorite. Out of the three, the color pencil, the gray, and the tan, the tone tan is my favorite. So yeah, hopefully you can see the stickles and the glossy accents that I have on there. So this is from the Mermaid and Friend coloring book, and I just copied it onto Strathmore Tone Tan paper. And this was done years ago. Okay, what else do we have? We have this one, which is, I think I named her Autumn in the Unicorn Raspberry. So it's one of my favorite ones that I've done. And I think it's from the Fairytopia coloring book, if I'm not mistaken. I kind of have it correctly sectioned in my binder, but then again, I couldn't be wrong. This one is available as a color along, or at least I know the skin is, on my channel if you want to see this one. Love this one of my favorites still. Super sparkly, look at that. Okay, so this one I'll take out because this one I did this year. I did this October 2nd this year, so this is a recent finish. And this is actually copied from her Coloring Heaven special. And I just, again, wanted to copy it onto my tone tan paper. So I used Artezas on here and Black Widows, it looks like it says that I did. And I used some Gansai Starry watercolor for the gold metallic that you see. I used stickles for all the glitter and glitter gel pen. And the background, I think it was my Arteza watercolor, because I don't think it was Neocolor 2. I think it was my Arteza watercolor, if I'm remembering correctly. But yeah, I had so much fun coloring this page, and she has glossy accents on her eyes and her lips. And I got my color scheme from Pinterest to do the orange and the brown and the gold. And I didn't want to do green leaves, so that's why I went with that kind of color scheme. And I love how she turned out, and it's super sparkly. I mean, like, look at that. Look at that. It's beautiful. Anywho, I'll go ahead and slide this one back in. Give me a second. Okay, what else do we have here? This is from the Let's try that again. The Witchcraft 3-pack. Again, I've been talking straight for more than 2 hours, y'all, so forgive me. The Witchcraft 3-pack. And I colored this like a couple of years ago. This is now in her new Witchcraft book, but I think she did something different right here. But I'm not sure, but I know this image is in that new book. So this is this book coming up, if I have any pictures colored from it. I don't know how to pronounce it. So I have this one. And you can see the stickles on there. And I have, let's see, what else done? Probably not much. because I have a lot of her mermaids. So it's like when I'm looking for a mermaid to color, it's hard for me to decide. So here's Galaxy Girls coloring book. And I've done this one. I think that's the only one because I gave... Oh, no, that is the only one. The Zodiac ladies I'm thinking about. The one that I gave to my aunt for Christmas. I don't have anymore. It was the Sagittarius one. But I've done the Taurus one for summer colorween this year, which was to color a Halloween picture in was it July or was it August? I don't know. I don't remember. Whatever. But it was summer colorween hosted by Reading with Pugs, where you color Halloween in the summer, and one of the prompts for that was to convert a non-Halloween picture into a Halloween picture. So I did this one, and I just made her a she-devil with a blood drop earring and gave her vampire teeth, and that's pretty much how this one came out. Oh, and I drew the spider web and the spider and coming from her hair. So that's that one. Okay, so moving on to Ocean Dreams. And I've done this one, and it's super glittery and sparkly, and I love it. I think I've only done like the 1 or 2 from Ocean Dreams because, like I said, so many mermaids that I have from her is like I can't decide. I have too much choice, and I can't make a decision when it comes to coloring her mermaids. So I have this one, and I really love this one still. It's one of my favorites. It's super glittery and sparkly still. Look at that. Oh my goodness. And I got the idea to do her skin and the reflection like this from a picture that I saw on Pinterest. Moving on to Dia de la Muertos coloring set. I've not done anything. The Easter Bunny one, I've done this one. And I recently just did this one this past April, I believe. And I screwed up so much with the background. And I just went ahead and used paint because paint fixes everything. But I really love my eggs because my eggs, I got the idea to do glam black and white eggs from Pinterest. So I look forward to coloring the other 2 Easter ones. I have an empty sleeve in here. Don't know why. Okay, so we're moving on to my freebies that I got from Coloring Heaven. But let me get the rest of my Mystic Art Mirrors before I get to the random ones at the back of my PDF binder. Give me 1 second. Okay, I want to keep with my Mystic Art Mirrors theme. That's what I was showing y'all. This one. This is a current whip I'm working on. And I started this the other night. And I copied this onto Strathmore Tone Tan paper from her Mermaid and Friend book. I just wanted to copy it onto this paper. Again, I sound like a broken record with that. But yeah, this is the one I'm currently working on. So hopefully I'll finish this within the coming days. And I'll have this as a finished picture for November. Okay, for keeping with my Mystic Art Mirrors, this is the Fairytopia Coloring Heaven special. And I completed this one March 6th. And I used Black Widows. And I'm not that much of a paper snob, again I say, because I color on Amazon paper or CreateSpace paper. And that's like some of the worst paper. But this paper, I don't know. I just don't get along with the Coloring Heaven paper. So I think I'm just going to be copying things because I colored these 2 pictures. And then that's when I decided, yeah, I'm probably going to just copy them onto the Strathmore paper I like. Because I used Black Widows and this did not come out the way I wanted it to. Her skin is really splotchy. If you can see that, I don't play when it comes to me coloring my skin. I want my skin to look the way I need it to look. And this did not give it to me on this paper. I don't know why, but yeah, I do like my bunnies, but I don't know, I don't like my color scheme. It just wasn't vibing with me with this picture. But that one's done. And then I have this one. I think I might have used Black Widows too. Or did I use... Yeah, I used Black Widows, and I finished this February 2022. This one is not as splotchy, but it's still splotchy, if you can see that. And it'll scratch when I can't layer more, and that kind of pissed me off. So I did manage to finish this picture, and it looks decent, but I don't know. I don't like the paper, so I'm going to have to figure out what pencils that I personally can function with and get the result that I want on this paper. But I was totally inspired by The Lion King. To me, this is baby Simba, and I got my background color scheme from The Lion King from Rafiki's Cave, and I drew the little baby Simba on there, and her hair is metallic, if you can see that. But yeah, I just don't like this paper, if I'm honest. So yeah, that's what I've done in the Fairytopia special. Here I have Mermaid and Friends by Mystic Armira. She's one of my favorite artists. I've done a lot of her pictures. So this was back when I was ordering the books, and she signs them, but I don't order the books anymore. So this is the picture I'm currently working on. Like I said, I copied mine. I order the PDFs now because shipping, and I don't want to wait because I want instant gratification, and I like my own paper. So I have this one that I've done, and this is from back in the day. I don't know, is it any glitter on here? Oh, on the bubbles. I still like this one. She's one of my favorite finishes because I like to do abnormal skin tone. And then I have this purple one that I love. And I think it's glitter on here. I'm not sure, like on her lip or something. And her body has some pearlescent watercolor shimmer on her. So that's that one. And then, do I have any more? I was going to do this one before I chose the one that I'm working on now. So I may come and do this soon. Let's see. I think that's everything I have from Mermaid and Friends. Okay, y'all, the last of my Mystic Armiras, I have the Fairy Tale Princess coloring book. Like I said, I have this in PDF and hard copy. So I finished this August 2021. I used Prismacolor, and I love my Cinderella. I love her iridescent dress that I was able to use my Wink of Stella on. Like, look at that, and look at the stickles. Like, oh my gosh, her nail polish, just love all the sparkle. And I use watercolor for the background. Love her little sass she's giving in that picture. So that was the Pocahontas one I copied, and the Queen of Hearts is in here too. I copied that one. So I have this one, which is I always get them mixed up from Frozen. This is Elsa, right? The Elsa one, and I think it's a little bit of stickles on here, and her hair is metallic, if you can see that. 11/20 was when I finished my Tinkerbell, and I took inspiration to do my background like the original painting from Mystic Armiras, because she drew Peter and Wendy, and she drew these fun, I don't know, flowers, pom-pom flowers. I like they remind me of Whoville, like Who flowers from Dr. Seuss. I don't know, but I pretty much did my background like her original painting, and look at all the stickles and the pearlescent paint in her hair, all the glitter. Look how pretty that is. Love my Tinkerbell. Okay, so now I have some scratch paper. So did I do something here? Oh yeah, my Alice. And oh, my whip that I need to finish. So I'm still deciding on if I'm going to make this side dark like her face with the shading, or if I'm just going to ignore it and do whatever I want colors. Not sure. That's why this is still sitting here. But y'all know I have done this multiple times because I was trying to record it for y'all on the channel. And then the one in the front. And then that's it. I have been looking at the Cinderella one to come in color. I just passed it. Where'd it go? Oh, this one. I kind of really want to color this one next when I come back to this book. Oh yeah, and see, I copied this one. It's in my binder. I don't know, I just love my Strathmore tone tan paper, and I just want to copy things. So yeah, let's go ahead and view the last couple of images I have in my PDF binder, and then we will be done, y'all. So let me go ahead and grab that for you. Okay, now I can continue with my randoms in my binder. So if you didn't know, Coloring Heaven actually offers freebies. So these are Zan Von Zed, and I've always wanted to have some of her artwork, and I missed out on getting her issue. So I went on the Coloring Heaven website, and they had these for free. I stumbled upon it on Instagram from clicking their Instagram, the Coloring Heaven Instagram. So I don't have links or anything, but if you go on their Instagram, I think they have the freebies link, and you can go in there and you can see what they have offered for free. But I'm so happy to have gotten these. I love this one. I just really wanted a chance to get some of her artwork, so I can't wait to color those. But this is copied from my one of my Japanese or Chinese coloring books, and I just copied it onto, I think this is colored pencil. Yeah, this is Strathmore colored pencil paper that this one is copied onto, and I colored this one a couple of years ago, and I really love the outcome of it. And I think that's it. I don't have any more things colored. These are all, oh wait, I have my Michaelgelina one that I've done years ago, and then some more Michaelgelina, but these are all uncolored Oops, these are all uncolored. And then I have my, why do I have this divider? I can't even grab it. It's so slippery. I have this divider all the way in the back. I need to put that somewhere else because I just do. I have my failed picture that I completed that I didn't like how it turned out. And this is Fabiana Attanasio. This is from her Ariel 5-pack. I think it was 5 pictures in that you can get on Etsy. But yeah, I just keep it because I finished it. It was work. And it just reminds me of what not to do when I come back to it. So that is it, y'all. We have made it. We have come to the end of my completed coloring book pages and my coloring book collection. I appreciate you if you made it this far. Leave a crayon emoji, as I always say, if you've made it to the end. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope it was entertaining to you. These are some of my favorite videos to watch because it reminds me of books that I have in my collection or pages that I may want to color. So I hope it inspires you. I hope it was at least entertaining. And I look forward to be able to make more videos for y'all. I don't know when. I tried to record the Mystic Art Mirrors picture that I'm currently doing. I tried to record that the other night and it was a disaster because my glasses were in the way of the camera the whole time. You could not see, so I'm sorry, but that would have been a video that you guys would have been able to have. But you know, thank you for making it. I appreciate you all still subscribe to my channel and looking forward to my content and who's still around from the OG days. Thanks so much, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Take care.